Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. I'm your host, Cooley. Tonight is reaction night and open panel debate night. Let's go. And y'all see the suit too, man. Listen, new studio, new podcast by the spirit, not by the letter. Bro, we can go verse for verse all day long.
Made over.
Doing new things are okay with understanding the reality that we are in competition with one another. But you ladies think that you're special. You are in comfort. Men are men of their word. So here's my word. I'll fly you out here and we can do it in person. And after that, we could box. I'm about my business. So remember I said, when I ask you these questions, I will dismantle your entire argument. That's the end of the debate, my dog.
I'm 39, but I don't look your typical 39.
Belly.
Yeah.
You look 39. It's okay though. That man isn't intimidated by a woman like you. He's annoyed by a woman like you. Because a man doesn't want to date another man. He wants to date a woman. All right, ladies and gents, welcome back to No Fugazee Podcast. Again, tonight is open panel debate night and reaction night. We will be reacting to Akaash Singh and his wife, and also Andrew Wilson versus this Muslim. So, right before we get into that, we will be reacting to some of the clips that the members sent me. So we'll get into that first. But without further ado, let's hit the normal schedule programming. So we got a few links in the YouTube description. First link is going to be to join the stream. So anyone that wants to join open panel debate night, click the first link in the YouTube description and I'll bring you on up. We are currently live on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok right now. So if you're tuning in on TikTok or Facebook, click the link. Come on over to YouTube and click the link if you want to join the stream. How we run open panel debate night, as I'm reacting to content, in between me switching from content to content, I'll bring people on up to debate me. We can debate about anything you want. Once again, it's your time to shine, man. You've watched, a lot of clips of mine been going viral lately. So you've seen my open panel debate night. You guys pretty much know how it goes. You have the upper hand. When you come in, you get to ask me a question, and we also get to debate about the topic that you want to debate about. So there's no reason why you should be scared. You know my worldview, so you come in here and you can challenge my worldview. Very simple: anti-feminism, anti-rainbow flag, I believe in gender roles as far as dating and relationships and things like that. Let me think of what else. Religion, Christian. I'm not atheist. So if you are, atheist, then come on up if you want to debate religion. Whatever you want to debate, you know my content. You kind of know my ideas. Come on up and give me a challenge today. Hope we get some good challengers up here today. So that's going to be the first link in the YouTube description to join the stream. Second link for the YouTube description is going to be for the members. We got 3 tiers. First tier is gang. Second tier is hitman. Third tier is mob ties. You join any of those tiers, you are welcome to the squad. And you get many special perks and privileges when you join the membership. One of the privileges that you get when we do open panel debate night, I do prioritize you. So sometimes it can be 6 to 8 people up here. We may get some radical feminist or just some people with some weird ideas, and you get to come up first. Or maybe if you just disagree with me and you want to come up and challenge me, I bring you up right away. So that's one of the privileges that you get for becoming a member. Also, when I react to clips, I only react to clips that the members want, right? So that's also one of the privileges that you get as well, along with many other special perks and stuff like that too. When you do sign up for the membership, it shows you a list of the perks that you get. The next link in the YouTube description is going to be for one-on-one consultations. If you want to book a one-on-one consultation with me, just click that link and I'll speak with you privately. Then we have the clips channel where we post clips on there daily. If you don't have time to watch the full episode of, 2 hours, sometimes an 8-hour stream when I'm doing my open panel debate nights. We break the clips down until about 10 minutes to 30 minutes long. So subscribe to the clips channel if you are not already. And then the other links is going to be for the social media accounts. We got the TikTok, the Facebook, the Instagram. We got the X. Hit us up on all platforms if you want to speak to myself or my team. All right, so I'll give you guys a quick little update. Me and Ease, we traveled out to Nashville, Tennessee for DebateCon. It was pretty dope, man. It was dope. Met up with Andrew and Jake. I also had Jake on my podcast just this past Friday. It was dope. The audio wasn't that crisp. I also didn't come with my own equipment, so the cameras wasn't that crisp, but it was a pretty good show, man. It was good conversations. If you can get past the slight reverb in the audio, like the audio was good, you could hear it, but it's just, reverb in the audio, a little, background, little eerie. But if you can get past that, it's a banger. It's a banger. Jake was on here spitting. So shout outs to Jake Rattlesnake from Rattlesnake TV. Good guy, very stand-up individual. DebateCon was good. We're going to get into that anyway because we'll be reacting to one of the debates that Andrew Wilson had at DebateCon. So I'll give you guys my perspective as we get into that. But it was good, man. Met a lot of people who shook a lot of hands, a lot of networking. But also, I like to go to DebateCon to learn myself. So once again, this channel is a dating and relationship channel, but we also do debates. It's a political podcast as well. So with that being said, I like to, I don't think I know everything, so I like to learn, right? And I think that anyone that's in this space, as far as, being, well, I wouldn't call myself an intellectual, but I guess someone would maybe call me that, but I wouldn't, right? I'm still learning. But if you're in this space of, making content and wanting to, better your craft and things like that, it's good to go to debates face to face and actually learn. Not only do you learn, because of course you could watch it on stream, right? But going there, looking at the body language, seeing how they organize the debates themselves, because I think that, it could be something that maybe I want to get into in the future. Who knows, right? Who knows what the future will entail, but it's always good to learn, right? And that's what men should do, especially if you actually support something. Like if you support this podcast, you're watching me all the time, ways to support is to hit that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, right? Click that bell icon so you're notified of when we go live next, like this. So that's a free way to support. But when you watch debates and stuff, I think as a man, it's good to support what you are, the community that you're indulged in and that you're engaging in. So when debates happen, I'm all about it. I'm pulling up, right? And that was the second DebateCon that I went to. Both of them were dope, man. All right, so let's get into the first reactions that we have. Shouts out to all the mods in here. I see you, Uncle Tiger. I see you, With Kid Dreams. I see all of you in here. I see you in here, Zandal. See if you got any super chats that came in. Nothing came in yet. All right, cool. Let's get into the first clip.
Oh my God, even if you're not a sports fan, you have to watch this. This South Carolina football player, he just scored a touchdown and he's injured limping into the tunnel. It's a gigantic game against the number 3 team in the nation, Texas A&M, and South Carolina takes a lead. But as he's walking out of the tunnel, this Texas A&M state trooper bumps the dude and then tries to fight the South Carolina receiver. Take a look at it in slow motion. The A&M cop bumps the South Carolina football player, and then he turns around and tries to incite a riot. Thankfully, Texas A&M dismissed the cop, and I ain't got to deal with it, but wow. Oh, my God.
Okay, so and I've seen a little bit of this already. I've heard of what went down, and it's just petty. I would say it looks like the players were starting to create some separation. I'll go ahead and play it again. I'll play it on mute while I'm speaking. But it looks like the players started to create some separation as they were walking through the tunnel. But it looks like the cop just bumped them. And also, he maybe even had his arm out a little bit. Let's see if we could put a pause on that. Yeah, it looked like he even had his arm out a little bit. This is just, silly, petty. Some would say that, oh, this cop is racist or whatever it may be. We can't just throw the race card on it and say that he's racist. But I would say that, man, he definitely don't like them young brothers. He got some animosity. Something is going on. But there's always a behind the scenes story. Like, who knows why he was rushing back there? It could have been something. But the simple fact that he doesn't understand, like, let's talk about authority and let's talk about hierarchy. Now, if it's a football game going on, there is a hierarchy. The players, I would say, the players, the coach, the people that's involved in a football game, they're at the top of that hierarchy, especially when it comes to, being their safety is at the top. There, you have to consider the players and things like that. So you want to be considerate as far as their safety, as far as, what the players' needs are and things like that, because it's their game. It's the players and the coach's game playing against one another. The cop is there to serve, right? The state trooper, I would say that he's basically there to make sure the game goes smooth, to keep the crowd at bay, to make sure no one runs on field and does anything wild, to make sure maybe if a big fight doesn't break out and, to make sure the teams don't fight amongst one another. With that being said, this behavior from the state trooper, I just don't understand it. It's just stupid. Like, it must be some backstory. If it isn't any backstory and we're just going off of this video, homie has an issue. He got an issue with the players. Some type of bias against the players. Some could say, I wouldn't throw the race in there because these could have been any players, right? But one would say race because you see a white state trooper and you see black athletes. Oh, he's racist. Man, I'm not quick to throw that whole race thing out there because I don't even think race is that important anyway. I think that is illogical. I think that when people are racist, they're just dumb. But anyways, it could be that, but even if it isn't, if it isn't that, I would just say that, he has some type of bias or animosity against the players. But they did fire him though. And then he he got upset and pointed at him. So it's very petty on his end. And not only that, when we look at the authority, right? So first we spoke about the hierarchy. Now, if we look at the authority, it's like, okay, well, the state trooper is in a position of authority, but they're in a position of authority to protect and serve those players that's on the field. So why would you bump into the players? And even if the players bumped into you, you can easily say, like, from a place of authority, oh, excuse me, anything like that, a very polite gesture. So it's very feminine for this adult state trooper to get upset at the players. That's like feminine behavior. So yeah, man, it's just dumb. I don't understand it. But when I seen it, I was just like, yeah, he probably needs to be released or, something needs to happen as far as he should never be at any football games again. Bro, be a state trooper and do something else. Hand out some parking tickets or something like that. I don't know. But he shouldn't be at any football games because he's a hothead. He can't control his emotions. It's very feminine. And not only that, let's just take the football player away. Let's take the state trooper. Let's take all of these titles away. Bro, this happens all the time even with me and, I'm at the gym. I may be doing something real quick. I'm not looking. I bump into somebody and what we say, oh, my bad, man. Like he say, I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry, man. We peace one another. No, you good, man. So it could have been something just like that, right? And it seemed like the players had maybe that in mind. Like, oh, okay, I'm just bumped him like it ain't nothing serious. But the state trooper, he's the one that got emotional and got upset. So this shows that he's not stable. He's not mentally stable, right? To be doing that, to be working at that job at that field. But I digress. Give me y'all takes in the comments. Let me know what you think about that clip. Play it a little bit more. The slow-mo here. So you seem like see how he kind of stuck out his arm, and player 8, he was actually like trying to like move out the way a little bit, create some space, and it was just stupid. All right, let's get to the next clip. Get the likes up, chat.
17, I fell down the red pill pipeline and I managed to get myself out about 5 years later. The term red pill comes from the movie The Matrix. So it's basically saying that you have a truth or knowledge no one else seems to have. They would say that society is gynocentric, which means that society caters to women, that women only want the top 20% of guys. And this isn't true. I would say at 17, I was socially awkward, very introverted. I felt...
So once again, he's speaking right now and he fully doesn't understand the red pill descriptors when some of these statistics are being read off from some of these content creators where it says that women only want the top 20% of men. These statistics come from dating apps. So when women are just swiping, they're only swiping on, actually it's below that, like the 5% of men, right, on dating apps. So he's looking at it all backwards. So it's not saying that, women only, we would say this, women are hypergamous. So they do want a man of quality, right? So if they had the choice, they would choose the best man that they can get. That's what would happen. Now, with the age of social media, a lot of these women, they do have a lot of options and they have a lot of choice. Maybe not for relationships, but they got a lot of sexual options. And this young brother, he's conflating the two. What we preach over here is basically we give descriptors about reality. And that descriptor is very simple. Since women, average women and even below average women have more options than they ever had before, they have a lot of sexual options, they conflate sexual options with relationship options. So even though they may, even though they may not get the relationship from the guy that they want, they'll get access to sex from them, which then in return gives them an overinflated sense of ego. So these average chicks, they think that they're a 10. You see it on my podcast, man. These chicks be like a 4 or 5 sometimes. They thinking that they're 8, 9, or 10, and it's just delusional, right? But when they have this mindset, they're more likely to disqualify guys that they should be dating. So you may actually even, like an average guy, an average Joe may actually even smash one of these chicks, but they're getting so much attention from these high quality dudes, they really don't want to settle down with the average guy. They're putting all of their eggs in one basket for that top tier guy, which they're usually never going to get. So it kind of messes up the dating marketplace. It's like Rollo Tomasi would call it, it's a deregulated sexual marketplace, right? Deregulated means that, well, these chicks is dating out of their league. That's what's happening. And all of the top tier guys are getting access to a lot of the women, like the top women, the 10s, and the 5s. You get what I'm saying? So he doesn't really understand that aspect of red pill. So I just wanted to correct him there because it seems like this is one of the videos just to crap on, red pill content and stuff like that.
I was ugly in high school. So I went on YouTube and looked up tips regarding dating and women. It eventually led me down this deep, dark hole. It was able to kind of take the weight of blame off of myself. Like, actually, women are the ones in control. You're actually the victim in this situation. It's a very appealing thing to be the victim.
Yeah, whoever said that the man is the victim, that's crazy. I think this is just propaganda. Like, I think that this dude is he was paid money to do this. I would say that I was offered money to do videos like this. I was offered money to go against Trump during election time. I was offered money to give takes on, blue pill ideology. I've never accepted any of it. So this is why I know that the propaganda is real, and because this doesn't make any sense, right? But let's continue on.
view it as like, I've got to put them down type of thing. Like it was saying that, hey, we understand why you feel bad. If you just learn what we have to give you, you'll be the one winning here soon. Before you know it, you're commenting, you're reading more, but at the same time, you're distrustful of the women around you. You're distrustful of people around you because you think they don't know what you know. It just degrades your own mental health.
Yeah, so he's coming from a weak mindset. No one ever said for you to be distrustful. That's just how you feel. Why you're acting, he's acting like a female right now. He's going off, oh, I feel like I can't trust anybody. I feel like, since I have all of this information, like, I'm secluded over here and I know things that other people don't know. So it's making me feel like I'm more worried. I'm more anxious. This is the perspective that he's coming from. And it's just gay. Like, bro. It's just gay. Like, listen, if you gay and you adopted some red pill ideology, that's not going to stop you from being gay. You're still going to be gay.
You start, without even realizing it, isolating yourself. I actually felt really embarrassed if people caught me, which kind of is a telltale sign that's probably you shouldn't be watching it. I first started questioning my beliefs when I went through a breakup. Me and a friend of mine, we went to a cabin party. I started crying in front of one of the girls who I liked there.
Told you, he's gay. Yo, this is propaganda, man. Like, oh, okay, the red pill didn't. One is just descriptors. The content creators, yes, we give prescriptors, but you don't have to follow the things that we tell you what you should do and things like that. If you just follow the descriptors, you'll be totally fine. He says he goes to a party and he starts crying. This dude, just because you listen, I'll say it again, just because you listen to some red pill and you started watching the content is not gonna ungay you. You still gay, bro. Why are you crying in front of a crowd with some chicks? Stupid. Get out your feelings, man.
Girl responded rather with shame and disgust that the red pill told me that they would react. She was actually really kind about it. And that kind of...
Okay, so I see where he's going. He says that he cries, right? And the girl, they told him, the red pill content told him that, if you're vulnerable around a girl, there's a high probability that, man, she's not really gonna, either if you're in a relationship with her, if you're crying for no reason, it's a high probability she's gonna lose a bit of sexual attraction for you. So he's saying that he cried in front of a girl, but she was, a shoulder for him to cry on, and she coddled him and she was there for him during his vulnerable time. Let's see what else he says.
It made me think, what if I'm wrong? Oh, I feel very guilty. I feel very guilty and ashamed. The reason I say it's compared to a cult, they don't like outsiders. They don't like outside thought a lot.
Okay, so he skipped over that. Now he's moving on. He just said that, well, red pill told me don't cry in front of girls because if I do cry in front of girls, girls won't like me. Then he said that, he was in a crowd and he cried in front of a girl, but the girl actually, was a shoulder for him to cry on and comfort him in his vulnerable situation. So therefore, he doesn't believe red pill ideology. Well, no, the red pill descriptor is, now if you cried, if you cried with that woman and she gave you sex afterwards, all right, we could be like, man, you wanted something? We got to give you that. That was an exception to the rule. He never disclosed any information after he cried to the girl. Now, most women, if you cry in front of them, and he never even explained the relationship dynamic of him and the woman, right? It could have just been some random chick. If a random chick is maybe out on the street, depending on, if the girl has some values and some morals, if she sees someone crying, she may you want a hug? I think a nice girl would do that. This doesn't mean that she likes you and she wants to have sex with you. That's what we're speaking about. We say that, well, it's not in your best interest to be vulnerable around women that you want a relationship with or that you're in a relationship with. Two reasons being, if you're in a relationship with the girl, well, that girl looks at you as her protector, her provider. She looks to get some security value from you. Well, if you're crying and showing vulnerability, well, are you really leading her? Like she's the more vulnerable sex. She's the one to cry, and you're the shoulder to be. She needs to use your shoulder to lean on, right? It's not the opposite. You don't lean on her shoulder and cry on her shoulder. So it just doesn't work out, generally speaking, if the man is vulnerable with the woman in a relationship, because you're there to lead her and she's there to follow you. It's not vice versa. But let's just say that if it's a woman that you have, dating intentions with, well, if you're crying in front of her, man, you cruising for a bruising. It's a high probability that she's just going to lose sexual attraction for you, and she's really not going to give you any box at all. So he didn't disclose any of that information. This is just makes me believe that this is all cap. But let's continue on.
A lot of the comments started also sounding the same too. There's a lot of, you guys make me feel like I'm at home, or complaining about women. Repeal the 19th. That's the amendment that allows women to vote. There was a lot of rage. I have a mom. I have women friends. I don't want to take away their rights. And then over time, they got really disgusting. I don't feel comfortable saying something.
Yeah, so he never expounds on any of, like, this is just stupid. This is actually very, very, very dumb. He says that he's in a talking to people and they're saying, repeal the 19th Amendment. He says, oh, well, I have a mom and, sisters or whatever like that. I would still want the people that I love, the women in my life, to vote. We don't say that. Well, I mean, some people do be like, man, women shouldn't be voting at all. I feel that, but they do expound on their point, right? They expound on why they're saying, women shouldn't vote, because women tend to vote for, one, they don't have a lot of stake in the game. And usually when they say that women shouldn't vote is because they say, well, they can't sign up for selective service, right? They can send us to war. They're barely on the front lines, or there's really no women on the front lines at all anyway. But they get to send us to war by voting. But, They don't get drafted if a draft happens, but we have to get drafted. So why should they vote? So there's many reasons to why people give their arguments to why women shouldn't vote. You know what I'm saying? He's not speaking about any of that. He's just talking just to talk. Some dork that got paid probably $7,000 from who to talk about some red pill content.
The other stuff I saw was vile, misogynistic comments. When I first started to decide to actively stop watching red pill content, I would just click not interested, but they just kept appearing over and over. So yeah, it took me roughly about a year. I'm on ex-red pill forums to help other people out like I would have helped me out. Helping others too is kind of maybe a way of like rectifying it. Something I wish that someone would told me when I was in the red pill. Not everyone who tells you that you're right is your
panty boy. It's panty boy. Yo, like at the end of the day, I want you guys to understand something. The red pill talks about red pill, manosphere, whatever you want to call it, right? It pretty much just gives descriptors, right? Descriptors about male and female intersexual dynamics, about the biological differences between men and women on how they operate in the dating marketplace, right? With this being said, there's just dorks out there, bro. There's feminine men, there's betas, there's soft, weak individuals that they're never going to get it. They're just never going to get it. Like, and if we just look back, like I want everyone to look back in their childhood. All the men out there, look back in your childhood. You growing up, especially I'm 36 years old. So everyone that grew up in a time where, you can just go outside and you see a bunch of kids playing and you play with the kids and y'all walk to the park. And then after y'all walk to the park and play basketball for hours or play manhunt running around, then y'all walk to the corner store, grab some quarter juices and then play some more. And then right before it gets dark, the street lights come on, and then you got to be in the house when the street lights come on. If you lived back then in the 90s and things like that, the world was much different, and there was always everybody had friends back then that they were just like weak, soft little boys. Like they never got it. They always was the ones that cried when they didn't get what they want. They always was the ones that if you playing manhunt, and like sometimes we'll play manhunt. If you get caught first, the first one get body work. We beating you up. right? Not in the face, but we're going to give you body work. We're going to hit you in the chest, hit you in the legs, the arms, the shoulders. You're going to get this work if you get caught first. Normally the first one, you get that work. But it's always those ones that's like, oh, well, oh, y'all going to be doing that? Oh, I don't want to play. Oh, yeah, I don't want to do that. Oh, man, you weak. You a sissy boy. Go home then. Why you out here hanging with us? That's just one of them dudes. There's always going to be men out there that's just weak, beta, fragile individuals. There's nothing you can do about those. There's no saving those type of people. There's no saving them. I say all of that to say, let's just say if it's true and he watched some of this content and, you know, he felt like it really didn't help him out much. Okay, it wasn't meant for you. You were always going to be a simp. You were always going to be a loser, always going to be a dork. You were always going to be gay. I'll say it again. If you already gay and you get some of this ism, is not going to do anything to help you to stop being gay. It's not going to cure your gayness, bro. You're always going to be gay. Right? All right. I digress, man. Let's get into another clip. This dude is a dork. Can't save them all. You cannot save them all. All right, what's this?
Sometimes, like when I was in my 20s and my 30s, it was just an exchange. You know what I'm saying? It was, hey, I'm giving you this, we having our moment, and then I'm gonna get back to my life, you get back to yours. No emotions because you're young. Everybody got their whole life ahead of them. When you get in your 40s, man, you start feeling like you womanizing and I'm taking emotions home with me, or she's taking emotions out the door with her if you are, you know, living that type of lifestyle. And I'm like not sleeping good after that because I feel like I had no pure intentions for this person.
Yeah, what he's speaking about is what the red pill speaks about. So since over here, red pill, manosphere, whatever you want to call it, man, there's these names, but basically what he's saying is when you start to understand your value as a man and also you understand a woman's value, you start to understand that men are truly whore makers, right? Like Jesse Lee Peterson said, no, men are not whores, men are whore makers. And since men are whore makers and you understand these, you know, the truth about and the differences about men and women, how their value is tied to their sexuality, you know, from a societal perspective, the way we perceive men and women are just different. Like a woman with a high body count is perceived differently from a man with a high body count. The woman with the high body count, they are shamed. We call them slut whores and things like that. The man with the high body count, he's not necessarily shamed to the same degree. If anything, he's more looked at as a pimp or a player because it's hard for a man to acquire sex. It's easy for a woman to acquire sex, so therefore is not respected. So therefore the way human beings perceive sex is different. Now, when you get the truth over here on this side of the internet, this, what he's feeling at 40 years old, over here we already feel that because we know, like, listen, you want to be promiscuous, you want to sleep around, you go ahead and do that. Yeah, man. Now you understand that the woman's value is tied to her sexuality. And if, you know, even though she wants to smash and you smash, listen, man. Yeah, man, you're devaluing her. You are devaluing her. That's just, it is what it is. It is what it is, right? It's funny that the game is now just understanding is you are devaluing the woman. Now, it's some nuance in there. We can say that, well, if the woman just wants to be promiscuous and she's already a slore and you Nellen, yeah, she was already devalued anyway. It's just like, is she devalued even more? Some would say yes, because she added another body, but hey, man, she's already a trick anyway. So she already in them streets anyway. So it's just like, hey, but I see what he's saying and it makes sense. It does make a lot of sense. Because back in the day, man, you know, back in the day when homies was out there spinning plates, for real, you ain't really, you ain't really look at it that way. You ain't really look at it that way. Because if you ain't really understand the whole the male and female intersexual dynamics and the differences between men and women and how we perceive sex and things like that and the value exchange and stuff like that, you know, back in the day, spinning plates, ain't nobody really look at it like that. So it took him till he was 40 to actually understand that. So that's a little bit wild.
And this person is also late, 30s or, mid 30s, and they got a life. And so, like, when you got, when you're young and you're dealing with a young woman, ain't nobody tripping. It's all good.
Okay, I see what he just said, what I said then.
But when you're older and you know that woman has trauma from her past relationship and all of that, and dinner is cool, going out on a date is cool, but then once you start getting intimate with people and
I would say that it's even worse though. Because if you're older, it doesn't matter what age you are, we know that the woman, like if you're going to look at it, if you're going to, as a man, if you're going to be considerate of the woman's value, well, her value is at the highest when she's older. And if anything, as a man, if you're, if you're looking at it from this moral perspective, the moral ground you want to take is to preserve the younger woman's value. So if you don't have any intentions with her to take her serious, and say if she doesn't have any intentions to take you serious, then instead of you devaluing her, let someone else devalue her. Let someone else do it. You're not gonna do it. It's funny that the way things work, men don't operate like that. Like I can speak like, oh yeah, I'm speaking like this now, but it doesn't really work in practice like that. The world doesn't operate like that because men really, generally speaking, men don't have a lot of sexual options. So if they have the option, most guys are going to exercise that option, especially at a younger age, in a world where there's no shame for male promiscuity, right? There's really no shame for it. Now, there's shame for female promiscuity, but not really. Like in modernity, is there really any shame for female promiscuity in 2025? No, man, we got these slurs on TikTok talking crazy. Talking about they trying to have a threesome, they trying to get a train ran on them. You got a lot of degeneracy going around right now, and it's actually being praised. So the opposite is actually happening. So, yeah, like it would be a great world if it was consequences on both, because I do think that, if a man gets together with a woman and they're both virgins, they haven't had any sexual partners, I would say that that's the best outcome for success. And from a religious perspective, I would say that's just the best. I would say that's what God would want, right? But in modernity, man, yeah, it ain't looking like we gonna accomplish that anytime soon. Who knows though? But I would say that what he just said, dating the young girls when you're young is kind of whatever. But really, you devaluing that young girl. But the older girl, you older, you smashing while she's older. It's kind of like, man, she already probably ran through, had relationships. Her heart was broken. I'm just another dude on a body count. Like, it shouldn't matter. But to the young girl, it's like, nah, that's going to matter to that young girl more than it mattered to the old girl. That's my perspective on it. It would be both. It was going to matter to both, but it would matter. It would hurt the young girl chances more because it's really going to devalue her sexual market value.
You know for sure that they are invested in you even a little bit, and you have no, you ain't talking to this person after the.
See the comments over here. It says, now that his daughter is growing up, he probably feels guilty. I got 2 daughters. Niggas don't really be feeling guilty like that. I would say that when you do have a daughter though, when you have kids, man, you look at the world differently, right? You just look at the world totally differently, man, when you do have children. So I would say that. But yeah, and that could be. It could, having daughters, I'm sure it changes some people. For me, it was just like, oh, I need more guns. Oh, I had a daughter? Yeah, I need more guns. Oh, I had another daughter? Let's get 6 more guns. Yeah, let me get the silencer on that one. Yeah, I need 4 silencers on all. Yeah, I need to be on my Splinter Cell game. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, Let's continue on.
Tomorrow, man, you carry like, you
start feeling it. You didn't care about before, or feelings you never even thought or worried about. It's crazy.
And then we don't. And then guess what?
And that's a good point that he said, because the reason why Game is speaking about this now is because, well, he came to the realization that, well, he's 40 plus years old, and he's dating around, and he's like pretty much devaluing these women. He's looking at it from a feelings perspective. Over here, if you get this information, you get this truth, you don't even have to look at it from a feelings perspective. You can just look at it from a logical perspective, like, well, 1 + 1 = 2. 1, I get with her. She let me smash. Her value's going down. That's just, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, yeah, man. The crazy thing is this content was like hidden. I just got involved in, creating content. Only been at it for 2.5 years. Well, going on 3 years now. And I would say that, when it came to Red Pill, I never had a problem getting any chicks though. I never was one of those incel type individuals. Always was. Played basketball, played football, went to college for a little bit, always had status, never had a problem getting any chicks. So I do think that one of the sides, there's a sector of this content where there's a lot of men that, I don't think that they're incels, but maybe they're not like, what would you call it? Naturals. Like they have the natural ability to attract women, have the natural ability to convey themselves with women. And it isn't even natural. It's just practice, right? I think some people at younger ages, they were like maybe socially awkward and didn't want to approach girls and maybe didn't want to publicly speak and, talk to women and be around group settings and stuff like that. I never had that problem. So for me, it just was, I would say that natural, but not really. It still took practice, right? It still took practice. But I kind of got around to like the red pill ideology, I would say. Probably like, it was late, but I was already operating accordingly. I was never vulnerable around chicks crying and whining and stuff like that. I knew that like my mom kind of red pilled me a little bit at a young age. I told that story before, but I'm not going to tell it now. But yeah, my mom pretty much was one of the ones that red pilled me at a very young age. Like, yeah, don't be vulnerable to girls. Like, they don't like that. That's unattractive. But yeah, man, let's continue on.
We don't even.
Oh yeah, what I want to say is some dudes would just take until they 40 plus years old to finally figure it out, and they're still operating off their feelings though, which is the crazy part.
We don't have nobody to talk to that about. So we got a lot.
And I get mad. I'm
Who
getting
can
mad.
you talk to?
Yeah.
Who can you be vulnerable with?
Well,
like
if I just took advantage of someone's emotions, right? And Matt is my boy, and he did the same thing a week ago. We ain't talking about that. We like, what's up, bro? Looking good. Sometime.
All right, let's get to the next clip. We got some super chats in here. Let me get to these super chats real quick too. One moment. Get the likes up, chat. Okay, it's Open Panel Debate Night too. Anyone that wants to join the stream for Open Panel Debate Night, please click the link, the first link in the YouTube description, or click the link that's pinned in the YouTube comments, and I will bring you on up. Let me go ahead and get to these super chats real quick. 1 second. Okay, we got With Kid Dreams. Why does it look like this? Let me change that real quick. Theme, put it all around, make that red. Here we go. We got With Kid Dreams. He sends in $20. Shout out to you, With Kid. He says, shout out to Cooley. Also, good to finally see Ease in the chat with us. Let's have a good debate night. Who wants the smoke? Let's get it. Oh, my man, Ease in the chat. Ease, what's good, homie? Click the link, bro. I'll bring you on up. You could do some commentary with me with these clips. I didn't even know Ease was in the chat. This guy, he told me he was gonna start coming up too. Let's see what else we got in here. We got Zandal sends him $5. You just called me a mod. You gonna make me your DEI hire? I'm black, I'm female, and I got no skills. Sound like I'm hired. Hit me up. Did I call you a mod? Maybe I did call you a mod, but a member is what I mean. I think you are a member, Zandal. Yeah, you are a member, Zandal. So that's what I meant. My bad. If you want to be no chicks being mods. Save that for the fellas. You don't get promoted to being a mod. We discriminate over here. It's only for the male gender only. We got Uncle Tiger sends in $5. He says, Cooley, who offered you money to diss Trump / spout blue pill propaganda? Did they happen to have a tiny het? Yeah, man, I even have the, I went over this. This was like, this was last year. Yeah, a year from now. So this was like what is it? This is when Kamala Harris was running, and right before her and Trump had the debate, because remember, she was like kind of holding off on debating him. It was like, yo, why is she running from the smoke? It was around that time. So maybe like August, like July, August, around that time of last year. And it was her team that hit me up. Could have been the small hats, but it was definitely the Dems that hit me up. I even have a recorded phone call too. I have evidence of a recorded phone call, and then I also have evidence of email with everything too. I'm just not one of them individuals to put that out there, but I spoke about it. I think I did show the emails on one of my stream though back then. But when it came to like the recorded conversation, I didn't bring that up. All right. Let's go ahead and, okay, we got some people backstage. I see Dane Snyder backstage. We got Snoopio. I see you backstage. Turn on your camera. If you want to debate, you have to make sure your camera is on, and I'll go ahead and bring you on up. Let's get to the next clip. And Ease, if you in here, man, come on up, bro. I'll bring you on up. You could react to some of these clips with me if you want. All right, so here's it says, Pharrell Williams says he hates politics and doesn't believe in either side. When you pick a side, you are inadvertently supporting division. Okay.
Political climate.
Oh, man, it got music in the background. Can't even... Luckily, I caught that. Come on, man. Who puts music in all the clips? Can't even react to it. All right, let's get another clip. Also, when you guys send me clips to react to, all of the members, make sure there's no music on the clips that you send me. Because when we're reacting to stuff live, if I'm playing a clip that it has music in it, I get a copyright strike, man. And I got to basically make the video private because it's not able to be demonetized. I can keep it up, but it's like, man, I might as well private it, put it for mods only, not for mods only. We'll put it for members only, and then just have you guys watch it because you guys pay for your memberships anyway. And then repurpose the content by making clips. So just when you do send me clips to react to, man, make sure it has no music in the clip. Let's get to the next one. All right, and then, so I'm going to react to like a few more here. And then we're going to get down to the reactions in regards to Akaash Singh's wife. We're going to get into that one first. I'm going to give you my perspective on that. That's been going crazy viral. And I'm really going to be fully transparent here. Not going to really bash him because this is his personal relationship. Man, I've been through things but mine, it was lies for me, but I've been through people trying to expose me and use me for clout, which was all lies. So I had to debunk it. But I'm used to that media attention, right? And if you're, I know that I'll say this, he's soft. Homie is vulnerable. He's a feelings-based male. So he's probably hurting right now. But media attention and stuff like that, that junk means nothing to me. But I know since, I'll try to be considerate for his feelings. Maybe. Maybe. It's like, nah, man, I'm joking, man. We got all the smoke for him. But let me react to this clip. And then we're going to get into Akaash Singh. And then after that, we're going to get into the Andrew Wilson. And he's debating some Muslim, which I was there for that debate in Nashville. And hopefully we got some people that wants to come up and join open panel debate night. Let's bring up Ease, man. I'll bring up Ease, my co-host. You normally see him during the full panel dating shows that I do.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to turn this freaking camera. Hold on. How I do this?
Come on, man. Come on, man. What you showing us right now, bruh?
How I turn? Yo, hold on. Son.
Just flip the cam, man. Let me put you backstage, bruh. This guy showing what is that, pound cake? This guy. Flip the cam. I can see you backstage, bro. This guy is 60-year-old man, don't know how to work a phone. Everybody comes in here, man, and you don't know how to work a phone. It's crazy work. Come on, Ease. Come on, Ease. Nah, your phone still isn't flipped, man. All right. Well, let me go ahead and react to this. So here we got, it says, Ray J's girlfriend breaks down in tears after he snaps on her for interrupting his live stream. Trying to think. I didn't watch this, but this could be something good to react to. Now, you know what? I don't even know because I didn't react to it. I didn't watch it. So let's just see.
Can I finish? See, that's the problem. When I'm talking, you talk over me. Do you want to talk? Talk. If not, when I'm talking, let me finish talking. I'll let you finish talking. You're reading the chat. Read the fucking chat. Let me finish answering the question. If not, you answer it. Because I got 1 second before I don't want to answer it. Matter of fact, I'm not going to answer it. See how fast that takes when your attention span goes crazy? I was going to explain it to the chat, but I'll explain it to the chat later because this is my fucking chat. And I'll talk to the chat every day because I fuck with my chat. Now, you got your chat too. So you can pull your chat up and talk to your chat.
See, Ray J is laying a law down right here. But I would say that just the simple fact that you got to lay the law down, she's not a woman that you really want to be taking seriously because you got to coach her to get her on program. And in modernity, I'll be fair, a lot of women, they do need some coaching, meaning that they had other relationships that maybe they were the leader in that relationship. So then when they finally get with the big dog, they really don't know how to submit and listen and follow suit. So they think that they can just speak out of turn and, do things themselves. Well, there's a hierarchy here. Calm down, little shorty, and respect. So I would say that he is laying down a law, but man, if you have to even do this with a girl and really put your foot down like this, it's probably not a woman you should be taking seriously. But let's continue on.
But don't ever think you run my chat. My chat runs me. It's all about the chat. When I say it's all about the chat, this isn't some kumbaya like this is everybody's chat. Everybody got their own fucking chat. Well, I would say this, something that's very effeminate. The chat doesn't run anything. I'm even speaking to my own chat. You guys don't run anything here. If you allow, you know what type of content creators where the chat runs them? Those are the blue pill male feminists, the dudes that you see me obliterating in my debates where they appeal to their chat.
meaning that they're not going to say anything that the chat doesn't agree with. They really don't have their own free thoughts, right? They're just going to appeal to what the chat wants. So over here on No Fugazi podcast, and as a masculine male, we are free thinkers. I want my chat to be free thinkers too, right? You don't appeal to me like, oh, well, if No Fugazi said no, then no. If No Fugazi said yes, then yes. No, have your own free thoughts, man. That's gay. So, one, don't be appealing to the chat. I think that's feminine. And most content creators that do that, you see it. They kind of like live in this bubble. Well, they create this bubble when they do their content and they tiptoe around. If they're a rage baiting type of content, then they know that, well, in order to, I know the chat is in here for the rage baiting type of content, so I can't really give my own thoughts. I can't really be genuine here. Let me just try to keep doing more rage baiting type of content. Or if they're a liberal and they're like, well, they know that they don't believe in transgenderism. They don't think that a man can be a woman or a woman can be a man, but they'll be like, they're going to appeal to their chat because they got a whole lot of lefties in their chat. So they're going to be like, well, I think that if like the man feels that, you know, he's a woman, it's nothing wrong with it. They'll say something like that because they don't want to go against the chat. But really, they really don't believe in that stupid ideology. So never fall down a rabbit hole of appealing to the chat. No, that's gay, bro. I tell everybody in this audience here, don't agree with anyone 100%. Especially don't agree with me 100%. Man, half the time, I be spitting half the time. I ain't gonna hold you. I be spitting half the time, but it'd be a lot of things where I be wrong at, right? I be wrong at a lot of things, but usually I'm right. Anyways, let's continue on.
Not your chat. That's what I'm saying. I'll tell my chat tomorrow when I wake up by myself what happened. Get it? That's how strong the chat is. That's why I fuck with the chat.
Now, I would say this, as far as like the chat, as far as, you know, keeping good dialogue with the chat, engaging with the chat, that is very important. Like this chat here, nah, man, y'all got all the jokes. This is a fire chat. I would give y'all that. This chat fire. Y'all hold it down over here. But to the simple fact that his woman, his girlfriend, doesn't understand this. She's on his stream. Once again, like think about how, you know, how egotistical you have to be where Ray J, who made Kim Kardashian famous, Ray J is, you know, whatever you want to think about him, bro, he's basically known worldwide, right? That's Ray J. I hit it first, right? He came out with this famous song. I hit it first. He done smashed Kim Kardashian first. He done made her famous off the sex tape, da-da-da-da. That's Ray J, man. So he's basically an A-list celebrity. She's a nobody. No one knows her, but she wants to be non-compliant and think that she can run things. What? Just something that ain't something simple and ain't something that isn't anything small. But something like that, I would never talk to that chick again. She's for the streets. For the streets.
The chat will never let me down. So if you thought this was our chat and they were going to just be OW Sheila for life, it don't work like that. This is my chat. You can cry all you want. But crying is cool because you start to realize that it's not always about you. You get what I'm saying? It's not about me. It's about the chat.
They were just asking.
Bruh, she really crying. I mean, at the end of the day, that's the best outcome you can ask for. Like, if the chick is getting out of place, if you put your foot down and you live on camera, if she start crying, man, that's the best thing you can ask for because it just make you look more masculine. Like, yeah, chick, yeah. She following suit. She know what's up now. She know what's up. But the simple fact that you got to do that, just replace that chick, man. I wouldn't deal with a woman like that. I wouldn't deal with a chick like that. It's just dumb.
Why are you being so mean to me?
Oh, yeah. Then she's saying, why are you being so mean to me? So she can't take any accountability. Oh, yeah, she got to go. Ray J, if you watching me, man, I don't know if you watch my content, but I know Nick Cannon do. I know a lot of celebrities watch my content like on a regular. But if you do watch the content and you come across this, I don't care if she got the wagon, dog. Get rid of her. She don't want to take no accountability. First, she tries to shame you right off the bat. Why are you being mean to me? Shut up, dumb schlor. Understand the hierarchy. Women have zero respect for the hierarchy. They have zero respect. They don't even understand the concept of an hierarchy. They just don't get it. It's Ray J, A-list celebrity. It's his podcast, his stream. The funny thing is we don't got the backstory of what led up to this, but she was probably doing something wild, man. I'ma just the fact that she can't take accountability right here, like she didn't say sorry, she cried, she wanted to seem like she's the victim, right? Because that's what she did. She showed those tears and she went and, why are you being mean to me? She wanted to flip it on Ray J, right? To maybe to get some of the simps in the chat to support her view, like, oh, Ray J is mean. And well, we really should, support her and, cater to her emotional needs right now. So she's evil, bro. This is a woman that is using her tears. If this is called emotional manipulation. She's just using her tears to get her way. Hopefully Ray J didn't succumb to it and was like, all right, my bad, shorty, you good. If Ray J do that, the clip ain't over yet, but if Ray J do that, it's a dub for homie. Them fake tears don't want to take...
Can I finish? See, that's the problem.
Okay, that was the end of the clip, so I guess it wasn't anymore. Hopefully he didn't do that, though. Matter of fact, hopefully someone in the chat was red pill aware and was like, Ray J, that chick was crying and she tried to blame you for making her cry. She didn't want to take any accountability for interrupting your show. And if Ray J would have read that, put the foot back down and kick her out the studio. That's the only power that men have, right? When women are non-compliant, they're insubordinate, they don't want to follow your lead, they don't understand the hierarchy of the things. When you're got your own platform or your own business and this is something that you created and they don't want to follow suit, bro, the only power that you have as a man is to walk away. Kick her out. Don't deal with that chick anymore. Don't deal with her, man. All right, Ease. Bro, turn your camera on. I'll bring you up. What's good, bro? You don't got
what up?
You don't got a ring light, bro?
Hold on. Let me get. I got the little light on. I don't like big lights. It should bother my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
All right, man. All right. What's good with you, homie? How are you?
I got home not too long ago, so I had to take a shower and shit, making some food.
Word. We live right now, man. We got 320 people in the chat right now, man.
Damn.
Yeah. You want to let the audience know how was Nashville?
Nashville was fun,
as far
man.
as debate con and everything like that.
Andrew killed it. Debate con was fire. Andrew's mad cool. People don't know. They need to know Andrew is mad cool. He's very, very humble. He don't think he's too cool for anybody. And the way he debates is just amazing. Nashville is lit. Yo, it is bar city out there, man. Like, if we had enough time, I would have went to every bar, son.
Yeah, I know you would, because you be drinking, man.
I ain't an alcoholic, man. I socially drink. I socially drink.
This guy. So Ease, what we gonna do here? I'm gonna bring up a clip, and we're gonna get your reaction to it as well. And then, so what we got? So I'm gonna react to the Akaash Singh. You heard about the Akaash Singh thing?
I've been watching.
And his wife. Oh, you've been up to date. And then I'm also gonna react to Andrew Wilson debating the Muslim. Remember we said on that debate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna react to that. But first, right now, we are still getting to some reacting to some clips that the members sent me. So let me pull up some more clips. Oh, looks like we got another Ray J clip. Let's see. All right, so this is another Ray J one. Let's see what this about. Before I do this, though, look like we got some super chats coming in. Let me see. Show all. Also, Ease, there's an echo coming from your end. You got headphones?
Yeah, I do. You want me to put them on? Oh, I think I got her.
Yeah,
I got the
real
YouTube.
quick.
I got the YouTube app open. Should I close it?
Oh, yeah. Just close out the YouTube app. You should be good doing that. All right, we got RM says in $10. What's good, Cooley? It's a shame how she's using her man like this. He needs to use his free will to get out of this relationship. I believe maybe if you're speaking about the Akaash Singh situation, I think that's what you're speaking about. But yeah, man, it's pretty crazy, man. All right. Let's get into this video. So this is another clip from, so it says, Ray J sets boundaries with Sheila from Love Cabin. No more talking to my friends ever. Okay. Is this the same chick? Yeah, this is the same chick, Sheila. Yeah. So let's see what's going on with this one. So the last video we just reacted to, Ray J basically put her in her place because she was talking out of place while he was live on stream. And now let's get into this video here.
Just talking to you. That's it.
You don't. I don't want to talk to your friends.
No, I'm talking about in casual convo, watching a football game.
Like period ever again?
Just period blood. I mean period blood.
Really?
Yeah, it's just this is not a high school social experiment.
I can't be friends with your friends.
No, I mean I just don't want you. I don't want any more conversations. It's all kind of shit happening behind me that I don't like. Anything happening behind me. I like everything in front of me.
Hey, yo.
And let's just end the friendship with my friends. Okay?
I was just gonna. Your friend was.
It doesn't matter. We're done with my friends.
Was introducing me to his imaginary girlfriend.
But it doesn't matter about that. We're not doing it anymore.
And he didn't even know her name.
It doesn't matter. You guys are doing imaginary things, and it's uncomfortable. Okay?
If you want me to stop talking to him?
I just said I want you to stop talking to every one of my friends, every one of my coworkers, every one of my cousins, every one of my brothers, cousins, and I want you to be very cordial. I want you to say hi to them. They're gonna say hi to you.
No, I'm not even gonna say hi.
Well, if that's what you want to do, then you're gonna be a dick.
No,
but
you just
to be humane,
okay.
You say hi. You be cordial. You don't have to try it now. You already seen these niggas. You don't have to say hi to them now.
No, I'm saying like when the time
when
comes.
the time comes, do it. Okay. But right now, it's just too much.
Okay, so Ease, I'll give my perspective first because I'll give a different perspective than yours. I'll actually have you break down from your thoughts on the video. But I'll give just a general perspective real quick for the audience because what you just witnessed here is, just like in the first video with Ray J and Sheila, in this video, what Ray J is doing is he's essentially having to coach Sheila. Like he has to coach her because she doesn't understand that, well, as a woman, if you're speaking out of turn with, friends and stuff like that, or being too friendly with my friends, that could look a little weird, right? And it could also be looked at as disrespectful. So the simple fact that these modern women, because I would say that Sheila is a modern woman, and she's been indoctrinated with feminism and Instagram and all of these things and Cardi B and just the culture of stuff. So she thinks that, oh yeah, I can have a boyfriend, but also be very friendly with his friends and other random people on the street too. The fact that he has the culture is the first red flag. You try to want to get a woman where the coaching is minimum. You really don't got to do too much. Maybe you just got to tell her, yeah, chick, cook my food at this time, right? Don't put it in the microwave, put it in a toast oven. Like the small things. But if you got to tell a chick like, why are you being too friendly with my homie Byron? Like that's my cousin Byron. Why are you being so friendly with them and talking about all of this other stuff? Man, you for the streets, get back. So Ease, let's get your perspective on that clip. What's your thoughts, man, on basically she said that I can't be friends with your friends, and Ray J put her in her place and said no.
Yeah, no. What he did was setting a boundary, and also like men, even when a girl is just being friendly, we think elsewise. You know what I'm saying? We think, okay, she's being extra friendly to me. she's probably low key into me, or maybe she's down to cheat. Because men could be sneaky too, and also like her being friendly is just it's just not a good look because you should only supposed to be friendly with your man. You know what I mean? And like again, like what he said is disrespectful because like you don't know my friends. You have nothing to talk about with them. You know what I'm saying? But again, it really boils down to like because if she's friendly with him, then she's friendly with a lot of guys outside of that. And even though she's just being friendly, it's also a friendly, flirtatious kind of thing. Even though she's not leaving any compliments, because girls are very discreet with how they flirt. Sometimes, like, a girl will just have a conversation with you and it just be regular, but the whole time she's flirting. You know what I'm saying? So if a girl is being extra friendly to your friends, that means
Or
she's extra
not even
friendly.
that. True, I agree with all of that. You know, the other thing is too, the girl cannot even be flirting. But if the other homie think that
Yep.
she flirting, dang, now you may, even though I know you don't want him, but now he may think that you want him. So therefore there's an issue. So if he think that my girl wants him, then he think that he got one up on me. So
Yep.
now you think that the homie got one up on me. Now I gotta get rid of you. I gotta get a whole
Yeah.
new chick.
Pretty much, really, yeah. I agree
Yeah.
with all of that.
But good commentary, man. Good commentary. Yeah, I would say, man, I agree with everything that you said there. And it's just crazy that these modern day women, they're so like they have no clue of what the man wants from them. They only think about what they can get from the man. Like, think about it. Ray J, A-list celebrity. He got her on stream. So one, she gets the attention and the experience and life experience with an A-list celebrity. Two, he has her on stream. So basically they're doing like business together now. This is all just given to her. She didn't even earn it. And then she has the audacity to not know her place, which is crazy, man. To not know, yeah, don't be friendly. Yeah, don't be, when I'm streaming, don't be, interrupting me when I'm talking to the chat. Like, that's crazy, man. But anyways, I digress. Let's get to one more clip, and then we're going to get to some of the stuff. We're going to get to the Akaash Singh clip. So let's get to one more clip that the mod sent me here. We got some people backstage. I'm not sure who wants to debate right now, but I could do a quick check. Let me go ahead and we got Snoopio. Turn your camera on. This gentleman here, state your name and where you from.
My name's Straight Rich, and I'm here in Texas.
Straight Rich, and what do you want to debate about, Straight Rich?
Just about Ray J real quick in that one video. You know what I mean?
Do you have a different take than I do, or you just have a similar take?
What you were saying for sure.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and put you backstage. So I got Ease up because Ease, this is my co-host. Well, he not for today, but he normally co-hosts on my dating and relationship shows, the full panel girl shows that I have. So he's giving his little commentary. But if you want to debate, man, or if you have a disagreement on anything, feel free to message me in a private chat backstage, and I'll bring you on up, okay?
Okay, for sure. I appreciate you bringing me up, for sure.
All right, man. Have a blessed one.
For sure.
All right. Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. State your name. Where you from?
I'm Snoopy. I'm from Chicago.
All right. Snoop. You said Snoopio.
Yeah, that's what everybody call me.
Okay. And what do you want to debate about?
It's really not a debate. I agree with you with what you were saying. Like if he gotta recoach her, especially at the age that she at.
So once again, man, since it's for open panel, this is for open panel debate night. So I'm only bringing people up that wants to debate. Ease is the only one, since he's my co-host on the dating and relationship shows. He's the only one that I'm allowing to give their 2 cents in their commentary and stuff like that. But I appreciate the support, man. I really do.
For sure. So I just started watching you, man. And I subscribe to you on YouTube and keep on watching. Keep doing your thing, man.
I appreciate the love, brother. Really do.
Yes, sir.
All right, chat, real quick. Let me just give you guys how it works, because some of you could be new here. Once again, when I react to content, that's me reacting to content. If you have a different take than I do, then it could pretty much turn into like a debate. So that can be a discussion that we can have, and you can come in. But for debate night, please come in with your name, where you're from, and what do you want to debate about. You don't have to debate about the stuff that we're reacting to. You can debate about anything that you've ever seen, any content that you ever seen I did. So that's how that's going to work. We got Dane Snyder back here. Dane Snyder been back here too, but I know he's just supporting, probably doesn't have any disagreements. Okay, I'll just leave you backstage for right now, then Dane, when debates start coming up. Let's get to the next clip. All right, Ease, let's see what we got here.
Move on quick. What the hell?
What you talking about? I thought you said you wasn't fucking with me. You good? Okay. Yeah, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Ma'am, I had a question. What do you call this right here? Can I get your Snapchat? You fine as fuck, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sorry, no.
Nah, you don't like black guys like that?
I'm good. I do, but I'm good.
Oh, I'm just chop shit. I mean, if I am, it's fine. Hey, wait.
You're on the phone, like.
I'm not. No. I put them on hold.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Are you single? You fine as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
Homie got all the game. He was like, man, I done shot my shot with that brick, but let me go right over here and shoot my shot with this one. He with all the smoke.
What's your name? Rachel. With this, for like better vision, my shit get dark, and I gotta. I just told you. Are you drunk? You drunk as fuck. You look like it.
What's your name? Sorry.
Tab.
Tab?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name again?
Rachel.
Rachel. Yeah, you're fine. I like your face a lot. Where are you from?
All right, E. So far, we're going to play more of it, but so far, give me your thoughts and rate his game for me.
I don't like his approach. You look good as fuck. I don't really like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have came up with a smoother line, but what I do like is his confidence. Like, and he didn't let that discourage him, because some guys, they'll shoot their shot, they'll get turned down, and then they'll get discouraged. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't phase him at all, which is good. You know what I'm saying? Because dating is a numbers game. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep shooting until you make a shot. So I like how he kept on going and he was confident, but I just didn't like his. I didn't like his approach. I would have came with a different approach.
Fair enough. Let's continue on.
What school are you going to?
Oh, right now, University of Houston. Houston. I'm on vacation. I'm on vacation right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Fall break?
Type shit. Yeah. Why you? Bro, why you?
You move on quick. What the hell?
What's up? I thought you said you wasn't fucking with me. You good? Okay.
She jelly. Yeah.
What did she say to him after he was
She
done
said
talking to
that.
Shorty?
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, you move on quick." So she got super jelly. So basically, he was talking to her, and she didn't want to give she didn't want to give him any play, didn't want to give the number or nothing like that. Then, just two girls that's blocking the other girl that he's speaking to. So right on the side of her, he's speaking to the other girl. And then she noticed that he's speaking to the other girl and that the other girl is engaging in conversation back. And the other girl is smiling, basically. Yeah. So then she says, "Oh, you move on quick." So she got jelly. Like, how you going to, basically disqualify the guy? Don't give him a chance. But then when he moves on, you're mad? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, some girls, they want guys to try harder so they could go back to their girlfriend to be like, yeah, he was on me, he was sweating me, I turned him down mad times, but he still kept going. So she's probably used to that. She's probably used to guys just sweating her after she didn't turn him down. But when she saw that he didn't care and he moved on and the other girl was giving him play, it's just like, what did they say? Girls want guys that other girls want. And that was living proof right there.
That's facts, man. She
right there, man.
She got super salty. Let's continue on.
Is it cool if I get your information though? Alright, yeah. Dog, why you making me nervous, bruh? You making me nervous, bruh. Why you talking to me like that?
I would say his game is super weak, though. Super weak, but he's getting a number, so he accomplished the mission. I would also say that they seem young, seem like they're in college, maybe, 19, 20 years old, maybe 21 max.
Early 20s, yeah.
So, yeah, he definitely got the number. So, mission accomplished to him. He definitely didn't let that first girl discourage him. But, yeah, man, she was salty, bro.
Salty.
She was salty. But all right, Ease, I'm about to get to this next clip. I'm going to react to the Akaash Singh. If you want to be backstage, I may bring you back up as debates get started. But
you good, because I'm about to eat, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't even eat. I got home not too long ago. But I'm going to pop up again because this is actually fun, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man, you got to come up on stage more often, brother.
Definitely, I got you, bro. Shout out to the chat. Love all of y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
All right, let's hop right into the Akaash Singh situation and his wife. And I'll go ahead and give you guys my take on that. W take for Ease. Ease. W take, man.
No Fugazee. Fugazee.
All right. Let's see. Get the likes up, chat. About to react to the Akaash Singh and his wife clip now. Get the likes up. Do not be a ninja watcher. Let's go. Okay, so let me just preface this by saying I definitely watched all of these clips. This is something that I already watched. So I'll go ahead and give you guys my take on it. Now, if anyone doesn't know who Akaash Singh is, he is a part of the Flagrant 2 podcast, and he's one of the co-hosts. Not only that, he's a comedian as well. He's been a comedian for several years now. I'm not sure how old he is. He could be around my age. It's probably around like 35, 36 years old, but he's been a comedian in the game for a while. Am I a fan of him? No, I've never listened to any of his stand-up comedy. Does this mean that he's not funny because I never watched him? No, he could actually truly be funny. I just never watched him. He is an individual where he speaks with, I would say, he speaks with authority. And he speaks in a way where it can be compelling to individuals as well. This is probably why he's on a big podcast like Flagrant 2. And Andrew Schultz has him around. And also, I guess he's doing pretty good with his stand-up comedy. I'm not sure, but it seems that it must be fairly decent, right? But let's go ahead and react to this. So prior to all of the clips that you've seen of his wife and all of the, crazy stuff she's been saying, Myron went on Flagrant 2. Myron and Fresh went on Flagrant 2 probably 3 years ago. And they pretty much, Andrew and Akaash was basically chastising Myron and Fresh about their takes on dating and relationships. Let's hop right into it and see what was said.
What I don't like, what I find corny is my preference is not my women. Now, I thought it was I'm not dating my women, period, which is the corniest human being outside of a criminal to me, period. It's just, those are your roots. Those women are reflected in your roots.
Like, Akaash is the extreme.
So you see how he's speaking, right? He's speaking. So I'll give you guys some context. On this podcast, they were basically chastising Myron and Fresh in regards to, I think that Myron and Fresh said that they don't dabble in the dark, meaning that they don't really date black girls. Now, I watched their content. They've admitted that they have, messed with all types of women, black, white, Asian. They mess with all types of women, meaning that they date and sleep around with all types of women, but like being a serious committed relationship with, they said that they don't dabble in the dark. So they won't take a black woman serious, basically, from what I've heard. But let's see what else is being said here.
Like, Akaash only dates brown.
Oh, okay.
Akaash has been with one girl in his life who is his wife.
That's my wife. That's an Indian woman.
So this is like loyal through and through.
The way I look at it is, you watch them you see them evolutionary charts from Neanderthal to Homo sapien.
Yeah.
Y'all are the first motherfucker out of Neanderthal.
And you see how he's talking. One, he called them corny, basically like, oh, well, I think that guys that don't date women that's in their own race are corny. Bro, those dudes are corny. Then he calls them Neanderthals, right? Like, wait, what? So then he calls them Neanderthals. So we can say that since he's a comedian, all of these are jokes, but no, he's speaking assertive. He's speaking abrasive. He's speaking like he's a man. He's speaking like an individual that he got his dating life in check. So if you out here doing basically, he's speaking with like he's on his high horse, right? Coming from a place where it's like, a moral superior place, right? Like basically virtue signaling.
Grow with your audience. Mature with your audience.
One person in the relationship, whoever cares less has the leverage, and we want the guy to always care less. We want the man to always have the leverage.
Childish as fuck.
And you guys might.
And look what he's saying. When Myron is speaking and he's cutting him off, saying that is childish and all of these things. Now I'll give you guys some context because you probably didn't watch this full episode. I did. I watched it 3 years ago. I'm like, dang. So I'll be honest. When I watched this show, Myron, it seemed like they were basically, caught off guard, right? Like it was almost like a setup. Like he wasn't really fully prepared for their perspective, like their the backlash. He wasn't prepared for them to really chastise him in the way on his views. And he held his composure very, very well. So shout outs to Myron for being calm, cool, and collective during this podcast and not being irate. Because I'll be honest, I wouldn't let anyone speak to me like that at all, especially men. Like women, like sometimes like women, like you're a lesser. Like sometimes I let these chicks I'll have more patience for women, but for a man I have no patience for, right? And one, it would turn into a full debate. Like I would let it go into a full debate, but I'm different. But shout outs to Myron. He showed a lot of patience with these two fellas here, and it actually worked out in his favor.
I not like hearing that.
Childish.
But we truly feel.
I'm not. These aren't new beliefs, bro. You're not telling me some shit none of us have ever heard. We all heard this.
I mean, I'm married. Akaash is married. Mark is married, right? Yeah. Like, it's possible. Now, granted, we might call you in 10 years and be like, y'all were fucking right. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. All right, so 3 years ago.
And shout outs to this creator. This podcast is called, it's a podcast where I believe stream is called Wannabe Alpha Male Exposes Simp Comedian. All right, let's continue on.
Fresh and Fit went on Flagrant, and Schultz and the whole crew, especially Akaash, called them out for some of their controversial takes and how they run their show, which obviously started a beef that reignites every now and then. And it just did recently because Myron discovered Akaash's wife is trying to be an influencer and has her own podcast.
Yeah, this is wild. So it's a lot of Twitter beef going on too. And I would say this, back then, I don't know if Flagrant was a bigger podcast. Maybe they were about even as far as views and stuff, or maybe even back then Fresh and Fit was getting even more views because they were monetized back then. I don't really know, but I do know that Andrew Schultz himself was a bigger celebrity than what Myron is. And when they went on that podcast, it seemed like they just went on there to berate them, to chastise them, and to put them in their place. And they probably weren't expecting that Myron and Fresh was still going to be, going strong 3 years later. Like Myron has his Myron Gaines X channel. He's doing a lot of political stuff now. So he's still growing, right? This is things that Schultz and Akaash probably didn't expect. They're like, you know what? We're going to bring these guys on our podcast and shut them down. We're going to end their career. But no, they kept elevating, right? So since they kept elevating, Myron now has a whole lot of status as far as on X and status on a lot of shows. He just did a podcast with Candace Owens, so he's doing good in the game, right? So now basically with Myron's status, he gets to combat Andrew Schultz and Akaash Singh. He gets to have his point of view be heard, just like Akaash Singh and just like Andrew Schultz point of view is heard. So once he found out that, wait, man, Akash's wife is out here wilding, saying all of this crazy stuff, he's posting about it, right? And guess what? With him posting about it, this is why it's getting all of this attention. So listen, man, shouts out to him to being humble 3 years ago, and it actually worked out in his favor.
Which Myron's been having a field day with, because she's the exact kind of girl they warn guys about, and she constantly humiliates Akaash on social media. Like, people just keep finding worse and worse clips, and it's painful to watch. I mean, this girl, she's up there with Jada Pinkett Smith, which she'd probably take as a compliment.
No, she is the new Jada Pinkett Smith. Actually, I think is actually worse, right? And here's what, well, let's go back a little bit. Let's play it here.
I mean, this girl,
let's go to that
she's
picture.
up.
Let's go back to this picture right here. I would actually say confidently that Akaash Singh's wife is worse than Jada Pinkett Smith. And Akaash is worse than Will Smith, because Akaash is in a very, specific place in his relationship where he doesn't even have any kids by this woman. He married her. They've been married for a while now. He has 0 kids with her, and he's tolerating this behavior. And then we're going to get into exactly what behavior we're speaking about. Let's continue on.
There with Jada Pinkett Smith, which she'd probably take as a compliment. That's how wild she is. And she's trying to be an influencer, so she doesn't make any money, but she spends his money like crazy. Most of her videos are like shopping vlogs and vacations. And when she was asked if they split finances,
and I'll be honest, man, my shorty has Instagram and shared TikTok and stuff like that, but my woman don't speak. She don't speak. She not out there making content speaking. She don't speak. She don't give her perspective. And also, any content that she's making is basically deals that I've made and solidified for clothing brands that I have long-term contracts with, that I sign with thousands of dollars, right? So it's brand deals, not speaking and talking nonsense and acting crazy and acting like a thought and speaking like a thought, right? I'm just being transparent with you guys, right? So I have a woman on the internet as well, but like this type of woman on the internet, you guys are going to hear how she's speaking. It's wild. Wild.
She said, his money's our money and my money is my money, which Akaash sounds really basically won't do anything except spend his money.
And my husband is a full-time stand-up comedian, and he buys me lots of nice things.
When I say I'm tired, she can't just let me be tired. I travel, I work, and I'm very blessed to do what I do. But when I tell my wife I'm tired, I want her to say, I'm sorry, baby. I understand. That must be exhausting, buying me all these things. Instead, she goes, so am I. And if I dare open my mouth to go, what the did you do that made you tired? Now it's a problem. Now it's a fight. So I gotta sit there.
I went to Pilates.
So basically, she's in a leadership position and he is following her lead because he is appealing to the woman's emotions. He just admitted, and that's the thing that Akaash is not even aware of. He just admitted that he appeals to the woman's emotions, and based off how she feels, he doesn't want to ruffle her feathers, so he's not going to say anything, right? He's not going to say anything to her to like get her upset, because once she gets upset, most likely what she's going to do, withhold sex for compliance or just give him a headache and cause a lot of other problems for him that we have no idea of the problems that she's going to cause, but we may have some ideas. Let's continue on.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yesterday, I worked the entire, morning to night, whatever. I get a workout in because I'm trying to be less fat. And then she's like, babe, can you take out Happy? I'm so tired. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And then take you to Mew Mew and you buy whatever you want.
So once again, he said he was working, he got home, he's super tired, and then she says, hey, can you take out the dog? Mind you, she's home all day, she doesn't work, and she has no kids. You see his relationship dynamic? It's like, bruh, like, what? Like, she's home with 0 children, not working, and you get home and she can't be a helpmate. And, since you're tired, food should be ready. The dog should have already been taken out. Things should already be nice and neat and set to go for you as a man that's protecting and providing. But he's in the beta position, and he's admitting all of this on her podcast that they created. But in the video 3 years ago with Myron, he was chastising Myron about his relationships and stuff like that and how he deals with women. You have no business speaking on that, man. Zero business. I mean, you can speak on anything you want, but yeah, dog, it's looking crazy, man. You really simping out here.
The bear.
Excuse me. No, I didn't buy whatever I wanted. He limited me. I am on a budget, okay?
Because you want a house that I don't care about. A house.
In the Hamptons? Is it the Hamptons? Or the other? All the Hamptons.
And this girl's so out of control. She has hardcore feminists feeling bad for Akaash. Like in one of her most popular TikToks, she's yelling at him because she doesn't have enough room in her closet for all of her clothes and handbags. And the top comments are like, I'm sorry for that man, and I'm almost never sorry for a man.
What my fucking husband just tried to do to me?
Yeah.
We're leaving. Shut up. We also just redid our closet.
Bro, shut up is wild. Yo. Shut up is wild. She said, no. She said, no, shut up. Listen, chat, if you're ever in a relationship and your chick say, no, why are you telling me no twice? Well, why are you telling me no once? What's going on here? Why are you saying no? And then you say, shut up. Like, if she's saying shut up on camera and posting it on TikTok where she's thinking that, this is totally fine to post because I'm speaking about my, my luxury lifestyle and all of my bags and all of my cool lifestyle that my husband provides to me and gives to me. And you know what? Shut up. Imagine how she treats him when the camera's off. Just imagine. Like, if she says shut up to you on camera, bruh, imagine how she treats you off camera. Just imagine that. Just imagine. It's crazy.
This is all her closet now. She took the whole closet.
I don't have space for. Can you show?
Yeah.
I don't have space.
Oh my God.
I'm not doing
Look how
that.
Space exists.
I'm not doing that. We were supposed to build a wardrobe, but Akaash didn't want to do it
For
because
me,
he's too
because
cheap.
I took the smaller closet.
Do you know how much fucking?
And then she calls him cheap. And not only that, she cusses too much. She's always cussing. Like, any woman that cusses like that is just like, I don't know, like, maybe it's just me, but like, when I'm around a woman, I look like they're supposed to signify, pure. Like, okay, we can't get virgins or whatever it may be. It's hardly any virgins left, right? I take a single baby mama. Who cares, right? I'm a single father at the time, but we can't fully get the full purity aspect that we want. But at least no cussing. Like, why are you using foul words? Like, you're a woman. Speak proper. Speak with good grammar and good etiquette, right? Like, speak good. Why are you using cuss words? It's filthy. Like, peasants cuss. I mean, not peasants cuss. All people cuss, but you get what I'm saying. All classes of people cuss. But I just look at, like, cuss words from a woman is just stupid. A woman smoking, stupid. Like, those things are for men, right? Fellas curse, men smoke, but a woman smoking and cussing, that's just dumb. I'm not putting smoking on her, but I'm comparing like that type of behavior, like that, what's the word for it? Maybe I got to think of a different word than purity almost. I would say purity. I don't think that a woman using foul language is pure. Like, you shouldn't be using certain words as a woman, especially my woman. If you're in a relationship, like if you're a woman and you have a man, don't use this foul language.
Space he has? Look, utilize the shelves, you idiot! Akaash, for real, I like my clothes spread out. Then, but like, no. I don't want them all on the same rack.
So it's really bad, and it just keeps getting worse. You know, I'm sure people are stressed out just watching this.
And she's recording this bossing her man around, and she think it's okay. And a lot of women, like this over here on this side of the internet, we warn you guys about women like her. Like if you got a woman like this and, you know, she's all about herself, not about you at all, bro. Listen, man, you've made a mistake. You got to move on. Like, I'll rather date all the single moms than have one chick like her. I'll rather have all the single moms that respect me rather than date a chick like her. I don't care if she got no kids or none of that. Listen, give me a single mom. I'm not taking this one. I don't want her. Pure disrespect. I'd rather have, let me think, fat chick. I can't do it. You know what? To be honest, I'll take a fat chick. A fat chick, single mom, like multiple baby daddies. I'll take 3 baby daddies. As long as she respects me, that's better than this, bro. That's better because at least you're not gonna humiliate me in front of the world. At least I come home to some peace. At least, all right, you got kids, so I get to eat the fruit snacks, right? Like you get maybe some benefits there. I don't know, but it's still not as worse as this. And maybe I'm wilding right now, but I don't know. I would say I'll take a single baby mom with 5 kids, 3 baby fathers over this chick right here.
Because also when she's not spending Akaash's money, she's publicly humiliating him on social media to try to make her own money, and she's literally in college.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. So for context, I went to college from 2011 to 2016. I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses, and I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through. So
Bruh. So y'all mean to tell me y'all not gonna take the single baby mom with over this right here? Or maybe I'm wilding right now. But on a serious note, I think I would.
it's like, sometimes it like literally hurts my heart. And when the nostalgia is that painful.
My wife also had.
Like, she's saying that it hurts her heart. Like she misses it. She misses having a roster. She misses being ran through. But she's married to a man and she's saying this on the internet. Now, one can say like, well, is this rage bait? Like, you know, are they doing this just to make content? Nah, man. Nah, they ain't doing this just to make content, bruh. Like, there's other way to make content and you can make some bread. Trust and believe. You don't got to simp like this.
Had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Let me ask you this: do you believe her?
So someone needs to take her phone.
So think about this. He believes that his wife didn't have any sexual partners before they met, but she just admitted to popping her vagina back in college and having a rotation of guys. And there's going to be some other clips that I'm going to show you guys where she contradicts herself. Like she says that, oh, well, when we met, we were a virgin. Well, how were you a virgin, but you were still popping your vagina?
I mean, that was
really doesn't make any sense.
Brutal. And obviously she's obsessed with her podcast co-host style. Like the most.
Oh, Myron Cook, and he says, R.I.P. Akaash Singh, 5/4 1989 to 10/8 2025. Your wife officially changed your name from Akaash Singh to Akaash ATM. Andrew Schultz is next. I better never hear from you flagrant simps ever again. Now, the thing is, when everybody is being exposed and their life is being put out in front of the world nowadays, but this is real bad. Like this is pretty bad. Like Steph Curry, Aisha Curry, people get on her like, oh man, Aisha, like you be speaking crazy on Steph. Like just shut your mouth. This is way worse than Aisha Curry, bro. Way worse. Like the thing is, Steph was even replying back to some of the comments where he would see people speaking about his wife on social media. So I know it was getting to Steph. So we can confirm that it's definitely getting to Akaash. Definitely getting to Akaash. He doesn't know what to do right now. He's probably, hopefully he doesn't self-delete, right? But this content right here helps people to not self-delete. You guys wouldn't imagine how many DMs I get that, yo, Cooley, man, watching your content, man, you saved my life, man, you helped me get out of this relationship, or you helped me maintain this relationship and make it stronger. You helped me from, taking the noose around my neck and, really understanding women more and, bettering my dating life. I get all of those messages because I help men avoid women like her. And there's a lot of women like her.
Disturbing thing is she's obsessed with how attractive he is all the time, and she'll bring up his dick, and she's
let's get back.
She's obsessed with her podcast co-host husband. It's so uncomfortable. Like, she'll talk about how attractive he is all the time, and she'll bring up his dick, and she's begging them to have an orgy with her. And she's also even like, Akaash is great and everything, but I think your husband might be even better.
Akaash is such a fucking king. Like, everyone knows he's the best husband, and I don't often find men that measure up to him, and like Nav completely measures up to him, if not more. Can I just say, like, not in a weird way,
bro, saying that someone else's husbands measure up to your husband, but maybe even more, is wild. Like, if my chick ever said this, like, she going, she out of here. If my chick ever said anything, like, privately, if she said anything, like, anything close, oh yeah, your friend is, fairly attractive. What? To the streets you go. Matter of fact, I'll take it a step further. If anything ever even came out about my chick from the past or anything that I didn't know about, even if it was other than a complete lie, but if it had any truth to it, like she was a slower back in college, like this chick said, listen, bro, I'm breaking up with her. That's the only way you can maintain your masculinity. Will Smith, at that Red Table Talk, he should have broke up with, he should have announced it there. Like, oh yeah, you had that entanglement with so-and-so. Yeah, I wanted to let you know, because I wanted to announce it publicly, that me and you are getting a divorce. I am no longer with you. Goodbye. Like, that's the only way you maintain your masculinity, by walking away from these whores. It's the only way you do it, bro.
so good looking.
Oh, thank you. Would y'all ever have an orgy together with your husband?
Rhea,
She tried.
I'm actively trying to have an orgy because this couple is so fucking good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband.
No, I kind of love it, but I'm like, us four? Okay, maybe.
I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches.
You would only be down for an orgy if we did it?
It's thick.
I'd only been down for an orgy if
Yeah, so this is just sad to see. I mean, it sounds like...
Yo, whoever is commentating on this is mad funny. His voice is mad monotone. So yeah, this is just sad to see. Yeah, man. Yo, if your woman is ever talking, bro, she's talking about another man's penis. The crazy thing is the friend is fine with it. This is a weird relationship. This would tell me that they've had these conversations before as friends, and maybe something even popped off. Maybe her husband already clapped cheeks. Maybe the husband already piping it down. Who knows? Because they're too comfortable having this conversation. Like, even if my shorty was around one of her friends and my shorty's friend was like, yeah, oh my gosh, Cooley is so handsome and I'm sure his wang is big, and saying all of this thing, my girl would be like, get out my house. Like, what? It would be some serious issues, right? But this tells me that they're so playful with this type of conversation. They see nothing wrong with it because they've had these conversations before. And the only reason why they had these conversations before, because it's been on her mind before. It's been on Akaash Singh's wife mind about getting dick down by her best friend's husband. Crazy work.
Akaash is a good husband. You know, he tries to do everything right. He spends all this money on her, but it's not enough. And she still feels the need to publicly humiliate him and try to hook up with her friend's husband. Like, also, they actually had their husbands on the show. And Akaash's wife, again, makes it very clear that she's really into this guy. Like, she keeps hitting on him right in front of Akaash. And the guy's wife, too. You know, her co-host, I'm sure, is kind of uncomfortable about this. Like, it's just so awkward. She has no respect for Akaash. And he's like, yeah, I think the guy's great, too. But it's kind of annoying how great he is, which she brings up the order. I mean, she just cannot has to let her do it and just be like, all right, giving Myron for
than I've ever seen. And I'm not even saying that hyperbolically. It's a little annoying. And then, like, he's just getting in better shape.
Other off. All right.
We might have. Oh, what are y'all doing this whole time? Drake is your Taylor Swift.
100%.
Exactly.
I'm toxic. How do you think I have to keep up with her?
No, he be saying some boss ass shit. What is the stuff he says to you that I'm just like, that's fire?
Oh, now just puts his dick out on the table.
There's a difference being a...
That's wild. Now, the thing is, between a relationship dynamic between two men, when you're in front of your girls, you big your homie up. That's just something that men do, right? When you're around your homie, you big him up. Like, you big him up in ways like, man, he loyal. Man, he's a good guy, right? He give money to charity back when we was in the hood, and he was always trying to help out the needy. Like, you big your homie up in many different type of ways. But how he bigging his homie up is weird. It's weird right now. And then his woman confirmed it, like, oh yeah, like that's basically big dick energy. Like, what?
Scammer and being a hustler. Two very different things.
Okay.
I'm a hustler who's scammer.
Let's go back real quick.
Says to you that I'm just like, that's fire.
Oh, now just puts his dick out on the table.
There's a difference being a scammer and being a hustler. Two very different things.
Okay.
I'm a hustler who scams a little bit. I'm not a scammer who
I'm not
hustles.
gonna lie, that was sexy, and that's why I'm actively trying to have an orgy.
Bruh. So already you can tell that she likes the bad boy attitude. That's what she likes, because what did he just say? He played like the middle ground. Like, there's a difference between being a hustler and a scammer. I'm a hustler, but I scam a little bit. You get what I'm saying? And women, a lot of young, immature women, they are attracted to bad boys. They're attracted to men that can display some type of dominance, men that display some type of, like, they don't appeal to authority always, right? That they're their own man and they're going to make up their own rules. This tends to be that kind of male archetype that a lot of women just seems to be attracted to, right? Even if you look at statistics, right? Many women are attracted to, men that, was in prison or did some type of crime before. That's just the type of chicks, men be, just the type of men that chicks be attracted to. But seems like she's one of those individuals where Akaash is such a wimp and such a beta. She's looking for anything that just has a hint of masculinity, like just a hint of shut up, woman, and stay in your place. She's looking to be put in her place. That's what she's screaming for. This is why she's dreaming and, going in memory lane about her when she was in college and having a rotation of men and pop in her vagina. This is why she was talking about that, because she's yearning for it. She misses it, and she's not getting that type of vibe from Akaash Singh, right? The only other male that she's around that's giving her this vibe of those college parties that she used to go to popping her cooch is her best friend's husband. This is why she's so obsessed with him. This is why she said, oh, yeah, I want to have an orgy right now. This chick is for the streets, bro. And women like this is what we warn people about. Like, we go through all the signs of women's behavior like this. If the woman is showing any type of behavior like this, recreational use only. Full recreational use only, bro. Don't wife this chick. Only smash, and that's it. Matter of fact, don't even smash. Try to avoid doing anything with this chick. Just move on.
Wait, he used to sell like iPhones, buy iPhones and sell them.
Have you seen his Instagram thumbnail? You know I've shown that to multiple dudes.
And like they think that that's gangster. Oh, he used to buy iPhones and then sell iPhones. Like, oh, he's like some type of criminal hustler. Like, yo, this is so funny. Like Akaash is so like a nice guy and a good boy. Like good boy, stay in your place, good boy. Where anything other than a good boy, just right on edge between good and bad is like, oh yeah, I want that. That's masculinity. Because women always, and it's not masculinity at all, but women conflate a bad boy and a man showing some type of dominance and non-compliance to authority as masculine. They don't really know what masculine is. This is how you can tell that Akaash Singh's wife has an immature mind.
Look at my wife's podcast partner's husband. It's crazy. Ain't that crazy?
And he's just accepting it. Oh yeah, like oh my gosh, like thinking about talking about my podcast wife's husband is crazy right now. Like oh my gosh, like he's just taking all of this in. He had no talks with her after the podcast. Like, yeah, maybe you should calm it down a little bit. Like that was kind of crazy, babe. And if he did, you know why he didn't say that? Because he admitted that he would never try to really put his foot down because he's scared of the backlash. He's scared of losing her. And anytime you're in a relationship with a woman where you're afraid of losing her, you're going to do some simp stuff. I repeat, anytime you're in a relationship with a woman and you're afraid as a man, you're not too sure about your position in a relationship, so you don't want to you want to make sure you don't step on any eggshells to frustrate her or to get her mad because you don't want her to break up with you or you don't want her to have an attitude with you because she's going to try to, withhold sex to make you comply with her, manipulate you to a degree. If you're in that situation as a man, the worst situation you could be in, bro, you gotta move on. Only thing you could do is just move on. His best bet is to divorce her. Divorce that chick, bro. You gotta divorce. You got no kids by her. And listen, I ain't for divorce. Matter of fact, public service announcement. I am not for men and women getting divorced. I think that the nuclear family is a good thing. But here's an exception. Listen, bruh, you ain't got no kids by this chick. File for divorce now, immediately, Akaash. That's the only way you can maintain your manhood. Listen, if you do that, I'll make a full stream dedicated to you. Like, nah, Akaash, that dude. Akaash is that dude. He was with a witch. Maybe he didn't know, but then all of these reaction channels reacting to it, it woke him up and he realized that, and he's like, you know what? My self-dignity, my self-respect, and just me as a man, my manhood is on the line. I gotta choose that rather than choosing this chick that's embarrassing me, that is non-compliant, that don't listen to me, that is using me, right? Divorce her, bro. If you divorce her, you can talk junk again. But if you don't get rid of this chick, man, you can't talk no smack. Now, listen, if they had kids, this is why I would say that it's worse than Will Smith, because Will Smith is like, all right, when I tell Will Smith to get a divorce, it's like, man, they got kids, they built a whole family and stuff like that. It's like Will Smith and Jada is like, listen, man, dang. I mean, the kids is older now, so it ain't like they got little kids, but yeah, maybe Will need to get rid of that chick too. Will need to get rid of Jada. He need to get rid of her. And Akaash, you need to get rid of this chick too, man.
Shown it to multiple guys.
I've also shown it to multiple people. I'm meeting Nav's dad tomorrow, and I will say I'm fucking nervous because he has not to be weird, but he has big dick energy, and he's obviously
based off stories.
Yeah, he's a don. Let's face it. But
bruh, she keeps saying it again. How she's gonna be nervous of meeting another man's dad? Just don't make any sense.
Thank you guys for being on the main character pod. We love you. We hate you.
I guess
we respect
we
you.
love you, but I actually love you and want to fuck all of you.
Bro.
Yeah, so hopefully
that's wild. I actually love you and want to smash all of you. Like, that's crazy, bro. He hit before. He definitely hit. Yo, the reason why Akaash is accepting it, because he already accepted, her best friend's husband smashing. He's just like, you know what? Like, yeah. All right, yeah, he just, all right. I accepted it. He already done hit it a few times. So do the podcast, say what you want. At the end of the day, it could just be like some, Adam 22 type jump off, or not. Dang, is this worse than, I don't know. Is this worse than Adam? Hold up. Let's think about this, chat. Let's really, critically think. This is worse than Adam. No, Adam 22 is having his chick get smashed by Black Superman. That's real bad. Fully smashed on video and all that. Anybody can watch. So that's bad. OnlyFans, all that. That's crazy. Multiple dudes too actually hit it now too. But they have this arrangement though. Like, she wasn't a virgin and things like that. She didn't lie to him. This is an arrangement. The difference between Adam 22 and Akaash's situation is Adam 22 is not being manipulated, right? That's the difference. Akaash, essentially we can say like, bro, your chick got the drop on you, bro. She using you, man. Like, she just using you for your bread. She don't really like you like that at all. So that's the difference. So I would say that it can be worse. And not only that, we never even seen Adam 22 wife speak crazy like the way she's speaking. Like, it's a crazy comparison, but yeah, she was getting piped down by Black Superman, but at least she ain't come out like Black Superman, way bigger than you, dog. Like, way better than you. Like, she ain't come out and like, say anything wild to ruin Adam, you know what I mean? To ruin Adam's ego. But over here, Akaash Singh wife, essentially, we don't even know if she getting piped down yet by her friend's husband, possibly, but it ain't confirmed. But she's basically saying all of the crazy things like she already got piped, or like she really want to get piped, which is just as bad as getting piped. It's just as bad, bro. Like, if a chick is saying all of the things that she's saying, you might as well get piped. What's the difference? It's on your mind. Like, women move on mentally before they move on physically anyway. Like, if the woman mentally cheats, bro, she already cheated. It's just like, if your chick is, if your chick got a celebrity crush and stuff like that, like she has these real hardcore celebrity crushes. Not maybe when they're young, they got the celebrity crush, but maybe they get over it and stuff like that. Or if you're in a serious relationship, those crushes should go away. Or maybe if it's not even a celebrity crush, like if it's, let me use another example. Yeah, let's just go with a celebrity crush. If the chick has a celebrity crush and she's speaking about that, it's like, all right, that's crazy. She's speaking about that celebrity crush. That's disrespectful. Like, you want to meet Chris Brown? Or you want to meet Drake? Yeah, that's wild saying that. But if the woman is like, yeah, I would take a hall pass with Drake or Chris Brown or something like that, since that's on her mind, she really don't respect you like that. So she basically already mentally cheated. And if she already mentally has someone else on her mind, she's really not fully going to submit and comply to you like that. She's never going to, admire you like that, because she admires someone else more than you. I think we were speaking about hierarchy in the beginning of the podcast. I think the only hierarchy that women tend to understand is the hierarchy between other men. Like, they know that, oh, this guy he's A-list celebrity. He's up here. Oh, this guy, he's like C-list celebrity. Oh, this guy, he's like really not that rich. He's only making like $100,000 a year. Oh, this guy, he's $50,000. He's broke. He's short. Like, women do understand the hierarchy when it comes to dating men, but they just don't understand the hierarchy in many other situations. So, yeah, man, I think that if the chick moved on mentally, in due time, she's going to move on physically. So once you know that she moved on mentally, you might as well get rid of her now and just let her pretty wings fly, like Maxwell said.
Josh can get out of this mess because it only seems to be getting worse. Like, this relationship is not good for him. But of course, I don't think he'll ever be able to leave her. And Schultz, he has to be somewhat aware of this stuff. Like he said.
Yo, man, they gotta say something about this, man.
He really wants Akaash's wife's career to blow up.
All right, that's about it for that, man. You guys basically got my perspective on that, and that clip was going viral everywhere. A lot of people in the chat, you guys seen that. So now we're gonna get into since we got nobody backstage. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, nobody backstage for open panel debate night. Once again, tonight is open panel debate night. So if you want to come on up for open panel debate night, just click the first link in the YouTube description. I'll bring you on up. So it seems like it's only going to be reaction night because we got no one in here to debate, which is totally fine. All right. Let me go ahead and so we're going to get into Andrew Wilson and his debate on Modern Day Debate, which I was at in Nashville, Tennessee, just this past weekend. And he debated a Muslim. And right before I bring this up, it was a complete obliteration. Like, he did his thing. He did his thing. Let's go ahead and bring this up for you guys. All right, get the likes up. Don't be a ninja watcher. We are going to react to this in a second, but wait, where are we at with likes, man? All right, we had 177 likes. We got 360 something people in here. Get the likes up now, man. Get the likes up. We should at least be at 250 likes. 250 likes minimum. Come on, man. Get the likes up for me. Let me get to the super chats real quick, too. 1 second. Chat was probably wilding reacting to that. We got Gary Payne. He sends in $2. He says, "What up, Cooley? Saw y'all in Nashville. Good time." Yo, Gary, I did not see you in Nashville. If you were at debate night, I didn't see you, man. Did you greet me? Did you tell me that your name is Gary? I was signing autographs, signing people T-shirts. I would say this at debate night. Shout outs to the Crucible and Andrew Wilson. A lot of their supporters love our content over here at No Fugazee, so shout outs to y'all. But also other people at debate night, they watch the content. A lot of love. I was getting a lot of love at I said debate night. A lot of love at DebateCon. So shouts out to y'all. Okay, let's see what other super chats we got. We got Yo Boy Lame. He says, sends him $5. Appreciate the support, man. He says, Akaash is a feminine, sassy, soap dodger, soy boy. No one respects a failed. Yeah, man. He's trash, bro. What a thing is this? I'll say this. I've never watched any of his stand-up. I never watched any of his stand-up at all. So I don't know if he could actually be funny, right? So I'm not going to take any credit away from him being a comedian. But as far as, him in a situation with his woman and his woman just walking all over him, that's crazy. Homie said he's softer than a marshmallow. Yeah, man, he is softer than a marshmallow. We got Uncle Tiger Sneezes sends in $10. Appreciate the support, man. He says, a woman tells her man to shut up on the internet for the whole world to see. The Stash grabs the stones with religious intent. That's funny, man. Yeah, bro, like telling your man to shut up is wild. Yo, my chick never even thought about telling me to shut up. Those thoughts don't come in her head because I could read her mind. And if it ever came in her head, she back to the streets. Shorty gonna be homeless. Listen, man. Yeah, that don't come in. Listen, you got to have mind control over Debo. I don't know if anyone ever watched Friday, but you'll understand that joke. But yeah, man, like your woman is supposed to have the fear of God of losing you. Like, the same way she fears God, she has to fear losing you. Therefore, she's not going to disrespect you because she knows that, well, she could possibly lose you. She's not going to talk to you all crazy. She's not going to humiliate you out in public because it's a possibility of losing you. If your chick thinks that, she could possibly lose you or her position in a relationship ain't safe because maybe you can replace her with a better chick, she gonna act right. Or she doesn't have to have any of those. If her morals supersedes the nature and the culture and stuff like that, she'll just comply and get on your program because she loves and respects you. But usually in modernity, these modern women, yeah, man, they gotta feel like you the best that they can do. And sometimes you ain't even gotta be the best that they can do. But as long as they feel like you the best, you be all right. She ain't going nowhere. We got What Kid Dreams says in $5. He says, what do you tell a woman with 2 black eyes? Nothing. She was already told twice. Yo, I don't condone hitting chicks, but that was funny. Don't put your hands on females, man, but that was pretty funny. Okay, let's see what else we got. Dell Will says in $5, Cooley, anytime your woman is disrespectful to you on the internet, she got no respect for you for the content. Again, send her back. This is true. You do not allow your chick. And this is the thing, like you can tell like this, he doesn't even have access to his woman's phone at all. Like at all. Because like, how can I say this? In a way where, since I don't know their relationship dynamic, but if we're just going off the videos, we can say that the simple fact that she's making these TikToks and she's the narrator because she's holding the camera. We would have to say that, well, what's being narrated is all coming from her mind. She's constructing all of this. She's the brains behind the organization. Now, with that being said, since she's the narrator and holding the camera and saying all of these things, Akaash is normally in the background doing some weird junk. We would have to say that, well, he's just allowing it, not even allowing it. This is like his position where he's at in a relationship. And these are the cards that he was dealt and he's dealing with it, right? Like, it's just pathetic. It's pathetic. What else we got? A lot of super chats coming in. Appreciate y'all. We got Montreal sends in $5. Couldn't be me, bro. This is even worse than the Adam 22 situation. At least he was getting boxed from other females and getting paid at the same time. Ooh.
No Fugazee.
Cold. It's a cold world. It's a cold world. You know what? I would say that, yeah, that's why I said, man, it seemed like it is worse than the Adam 22 situation, because Adam 22 accepts and allows, and I would say he's a little weird in the mind, so he even wants his woman to get plowed by other men. That's something that he wants to do for the bag, right? The other thing is he gets to plow with other women. But not only that, I think that if Adam 22 didn't want her to do it, she would say no. I think they even seen a little bit of the podcast, and he said, like, yeah, if my woman didn't want to, if I didn't want my woman to do it anymore, she wouldn't do it. So it seems like Adam is at least in control of the situation, even though he's a weirdo. Like, he wants his woman to be plowed. That's very weird, but at least he's in control of this weirdness. For Akaash situation, he not getting paid. He can't smash no other chicks. His chick lied to him, said she was a virgin, but she was popping her vagina at some college parties and doing all other type of weird stuff with other men, saying that she wants to have an orgy with her best friend's husband. She's talking crazy, right? And Akaash doesn't want this. We know he doesn't want this, especially how he was chastising Myron and Fresh on their podcasts, right? When he had them on. So he's in a situation where he doesn't want, right? That's why it's worse. because he didn't deal these cards. He was dealt these cards and he accepted it. Like, okay, this is a bad hand, but I love you anyway, baby. I don't want to lose you. Sure, just humiliate me, disrespect me. I'll take it. A strong man is the man that can take the disrespect. He probably has that mindset, right? The mindset of these radical feminists. Oh, you're not a man if your woman doesn't have a high body count. Men that want virgins aren't real men. They're insecure, right? I debated so many men like that. Oh, you're insecure if you don't want a woman with a high body count, right? If you only want virgins, that's insecure. Like, oh, you're not confident in yourself, huh? He has one of those type of mindsets, which I'm thinking. So he probably thinks like, well, baby, I love you anyway because I'm taking all of this for you. This is how you know my love is strong and I'm dedicated to you. So please, can I have some vagina? Just please, a little bit, just 2 minutes, please, just quickie, baby, please. Okay, I'll massage your back. Foot rub? Okay, foot rub, massage back, and new Gucci bag. Deal. Okay, yes. 2 minutes? Okay, cricket. Like, he got to negotiate with his woman to get sex. Junk is crazy, man. Homie got to negotiate with his chick to get sex, to get compliance, to get respect. Man, and he's taking many L's. All right. I digress. Let's see if we got any other super chats. Let's see where we at. Okay, we got some more in here. We got Gary Payne. He says, the first day I was leaving when you were walking in and I said, hey, and kept walking because I had to leave. I talked to Jake and Andrew though. Okay. Yeah, Gary. Yeah, man. It was so many people there. I said hi to so many individuals, and I can't see a picture, so I don't notice you by face or anything. But I'm sure we'll meet again, Gary. And I'm sure we'll meet again, though. But yeah, man, it was a good debate. Let's get to the next chat. And shout outs to Gary, man. He's a supporter. We got Dane Snyder in here. He says, "What's the fastest way to a woman's heart?" Question. Through her teeth. Hey, yo, y'all ruthless. Y'all ruthless in the chat, bro. We got Gary Payne again, says in $5. I own a business. I own a business moving and setting mobile homes. Okay, I own a business moving and setting mobile homes. My employees needed my help, so I had to dip out early on day one. You did wave and say, hey, though. Okay, all right. So we met. I don't remember you by face, but we met, Gary. Next time, Gary, if you meet me, say, what's up, man? I'm Gary Payne, one of your members, so I can know exactly who you are. But shouts out to you, Gary. Appreciate that. All right. Any other chats? Nope. I think we are all caught up. Okay, I see y'all going in the chat. Yeah, maybe y'all talking about the Adam 22 situation as well, comparing it. Yeah, man, it's up for debate, man. It's up for debate. But okay, so let's get to this debate. I'm gonna take I've been streaming for 2 hours, so I'm gonna take a quick break. But I'm gonna go ahead and play some of this for you. Actually, I'm not taking a break. I'm gonna go ahead and play a little bit of the stream. For this debate, and while I'm doing that, I'm gonna take my my urine break while I'm playing this. But let's make this big screen for y'all, and we're gonna react to certain points on this. So once again, this is Andrew Wilson on Modern Day Debate, debating a Muslim gentleman, and I was there during this debate, and it was a complete obliteration, I would say. Let's go ahead and start it from the beginning.
The reason Islam makes worse societies is because they have a doctrine for cousin marriage. Now, notice Daniel didn't say, no, you can't fuck your first cousin and marry her. No. He didn't say that because he probably believes that you should. He probably believes it's fine. He probably believes something about like it protects inheritance or something like this, right?
Christians are also at the mercy of the same kind of IQ fetishists who want to transform the human race. Wake up, Andrew, wake up. Stop this stupid argument.
30 more minutes of
Andrew saying that Muslims are dumb. Okay, that's great.
Well,
I'll try to be more substantive than that. So just listen to this.
Thank you so much for your kindness. Thank you guys for being here. If you guys aren't excited for this one, I don't know what's going to do it. I am thrilled for this debate. It's going to blow your minds. It's going to melt faces off. So thank you for being here. Buckle up. We are getting started. So, as you know, the debate is Christianity or Islam, which is best for society. Before we jump into that, though, what I want to do is introduce our sponsor who helps make this possible. As these have
All right, let's skip ahead a little bit. I got you guys chat. 1 second. And we're going to get into the openings, but I'm going to summarize both of their openings too because it's pretty long. And since I was here, that's me right there in the peach shirt. You see the back of my head to the right over here. I had the VIP ticket, so I could have sat up front, but I was like, me and Jake, Ease, and a few other debaters, good debaters, was sitting next to one another. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this.
We're going to jump.
Homie out here about to do his whole prayer. 1 second real quick. Let me get you the topic of it. So the topic of this debate is, which is better for society, Christianity or Islam? And he's going to go ahead and get into his opening right now.
If I can say something nice about Andrew, I respect him for not being a shill for Israel. I think we can be civil, but also very critical of each other's religions without it turning vicious. The only ones who benefit from a Muslim-Christian civil war right now is Israel, which is stoking hate so that they can continue their genocide of both Muslim and Christian Palestinians while they bleed America.
Hold up. Let's see real quick. We got some mods backstage. Let's bring up Dane real quick and then Witkid. Maybe they want to say something to me. What's going on, fellas?
Not much.
Oh,
you came backstage, getting ready for the smoke, you know.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Hey, just quick question: when they were going back, was that you sitting in the back corner on the right hand side? If you go back to the beginning.
Yeah, that's me in like that peach shirt.
Yeah. See, I knew it.
Peach shirt, black pants. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, see, I told you I seen you. I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew it.
Yeah, you see me on cam. Yeah, I'm much bigger on that cam. So you see,
it's like weird. You're watching yourself.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
It's Inception right now.
What's going on, Dane?
Man, I was going to engage with you on the whole guy. I think it was your first video or whatever. I didn't catch all of the video, but it was about the dude who was whining and crying about the red pill.
Oh, okay.
I was going to engage with you on that, do a little bit of debate with you on that. But, I mean, you've moved on from it since then, so that's all right.
Okay, man, we could probably get into it later on.
Yeah, later on, man. Later on. I may go out to my pool, man, and get in my pool even though it's cold outside. So I may not have a shirt on if you bring me back up later on, man. So,
So you're not coming back on?
I have beautiful middies, though. You know what middies are?
Oh, Spin City in here.
You got moves.
Yeah, no, I got middies, man. I got middies. I got man
All right. Well, listen, man. I want to continue with this reaction. Let me go ahead and put y'all backstage real quick. But Spin City, what's going on, Spin City?
I just trolled you to get up here. I want to say, man, shout out to Cooley, man. Shout out to the No Fugazee podcast, man. You've been a very monumental person in my growth, man. I'll tell you all about the great moves that I've been able to make in real life, in real time, bro. I want to pull up to see you. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know where you at, man. I'm going to pull up. I'm going to fly up on you, man. I've made monumental moves in my life by you changing your background and by everything that you've done. So I just trolled you to get up here, man. Peace to you and yours, man.
Blessings to you, man. Blessings. Yo, hit me in the DMs, man. We'll talk backstage, man.
Thanks.
All right, brother. Have a good one. All right. Let's see who else back here. Let's bring someone up. Maybe it could be a debate. Let's see. Welcome to No Fugazee podcast. State your name and what do you want to debate about? Or are you here to debate?
Yeah, possibly setting up a debate.
Okay.
Peace
All
and
right. Let
blessings to
me
you.
minimize this real quick then.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. What's up?
Yeah, I heard about your channel a few times. Sorry about the camera being so. Yeah, just passing through. Maybe you can get a debate in with some people to be on your platform. Maybe you. Depends on what the topics may be.
Oh, okay. So basically, how I run my show is, so I'm reacting to content right now. So there isn't a
Yeah, I
topic,
understand that.
but if you watch my content, right?
Yeah, I've just started watching your content within the last week. So yes, sir.
Okay, within the last week. And have you ever heard something that you disagreed with that you want to bring up today?
Not necessarily from where I'm coming from, but maybe we can have a discussion about something. Maybe see where it goes in the future.
So what's your worldview? Give me a quick
my
synopsis of your worldview.
Well, as far as worldview, it's probably typical to any other single Black American. I'm really focusing in on the history of the peoples in America, the so-called Black people. We kind of push the indigenous movement, us being here, and kind of go against the whole templated history, cookie cutter history that is given to us by mainstream narrative.
Okay. Did you vote for Trump or Kamala Harris?
I voted for Trump.
Okay, you voted for Trump. All right, so I guess you're based there as far as that aspect. Even though I don't agree with all of his policies, but
Me neither. But I did vote for Trump.
Okay, fair enough. Do you think that relationships should have gender roles and women should follow men?
Oh, I agree with you on most of those talk points.
Most of that. Okay, fair enough.
I don't think I really heard anything I said that you disagree with. Maybe some of your spins on the Hebrew Israelites, but I know it was a debate, so I know that's part of the conversation as well. Even though I'm not a Hebrew Israelite, and I debate those guys as well. So yeah, nothing really that I say I could.
Fair enough. What spin did you hear that you kind of disagree with when it came to the Hebrew Israelites?
I just reacted to one of your videos, by the way, like a couple of days ago. I couldn't tell you exactly what it was, but at the video, I did point them out when I was listening to them.
Fair enough. All right, cool. Well, listen, man, thanks for coming up. But since it's debate night, we really don't have anything to debate about. But if you ever want to come back up here and, challenge me on my worldview, I will hold a platform here for you. Okay, man?
I will do that, sir. I appreciate that.
All right, brother. Have a blessed one.
You too.
Cool. All right. Let's go ahead and hop into this debate. Reviewing Andrew Wilson versus this Muslim. All right. Let's put it on. Let's do this screen. No. Let's do that screen. For now.
Dry. Let's keep that larger context in mind. So
once again, is Christianity or Islam better for society?
First slide, which is best for society, Islam or Christianity? Next slide, the answer depends on which standard we use to judge, traditional or secular liberal values. Traditional values include belief in God, prayer, marriage, and gender roles, opposition to degeneracy, and commitment to nation and shared culture. Secular liberal values include individual freedom, gender equality, sexual autonomy, scientific progress, and economic advancement. If we judge by traditional values, Islam beats Christianity hands down. If we judge by secular liberal values, Christianity comes out on top. The reason for this is that Christianity, since the Enlightenment, has been reformed and adopted liberal values while eroding traditional ones. This is because Christianity is more open to evolving in a way that Islam isn't. My opponent, Andrew Wilson, claims to be a traditional Christian, but we'll see if he'll debate like a traditional Christian or like a blue-haired libtard.
Okay, so essentially his argument is, because I was here watching this debate in person, so I already pretty much know everything he's going to say, and I'll help the audience out so we can get to the meat of the conversation. So his argument is essentially, well, Christianity breeds more degeneracy in society. So wherever you see Christianity go, you see the society decay within with more degenerate people. He's saying that Islam, well, we're very strict. our women. We have our women in control. They're basically covering their whole heads. Your women are out there twerking on poles and have OnlyFans. But over here in Islam, well, it's very strict and there's no degeneracy. So this is why Islam is better than Christianity when it comes to producing a better society, better outcomes for society. That's his entire argument, is basically around Christianity breeds degeneracy by adopting some liberal ideologies and being tolerant of many things. But Islam, we're very strict and we don't tolerate anything. We stick to the book. That's his argument. Now, let's get to Andrew's argument. I'm going to fast forward a little bit, and you are going to see here he just wasn't prepared. So let's go to it. And he had a long slide. Homie was talking for a while.
What?
Timer set for you, Andrew, on your first
So
word.
here's Andrew's argument.
Good job, man. The fun thing about debate is you get to actually get in the mind of your opponent. What? What happened? Oh. The fun thing about debate is you get to actually get in the mind of your opponent. You get to study and dissect the things that they say and believe. After watching Daniel for hours, a few things became obvious. The first, he's a far better Muslim apologist than I am a Christian apologist, that's for sure. But he's far weaker on politics than myself and the nature of the world. The second is that he's an above-average debater, but he ain't quite God tier. See, if I were Daniel and fighting from his worldview, I'd point out Christianity is fractured and weak, that Christianity is totally incapable of fighting back against the degeneracy of our time. Its impotence has led to social categories of degeneracy at levels nobody could have predicted, especially with the advent of the internet. I would point out Muslim societies don't work that way, that Muslims have feminism and degens under control, that everything in modern-day Christians in the West are fighting for against degeneracy, Islam has already achieved in their lands.
So look at this. Andrew was fully prepared and already knew what his argument would be. This is why he sang it in his opening. Like, basically, his argument is going to be around, well, Christians breeds more degeneracy and Islam doesn't. But watch.
That's what I would do if I were Daniel. When talking about which is better for society, Islam or Christianity, this becomes a powerful argument. But I'd go a step further if I were Daniel. I'd also say my opponent will argue like an atheist progressive. Andrew literally predicted everything he was going to say. And it would have been, it actually would have been even worse if Andrew would have went first. But I think it still played out with Andrew going second, because if Andrew would have went first and then he would have went, everybody in the audience would have been like, because we were already like, man, he about to get cooked. But everybody in the audience would have been like, yo, Andrew predicted his entire argument, and already the debate would have been over with the intro. Andrew Wilson, the guy who promotes anti-feminist and egalitarian doctrine, is going to sit up here and act like an egalitarian progressive and cry about Islam being mean to the women and cry about Islam not being very nice to the gays. Well, you were fucking wrong. Sadly for Daniel, while this tactic would normally be effective against a sewing circle Christian, I'm not part of that cast, sir. Now, let me get into my argument for why Christianity makes better societies than Islam, and it's pretty simple. Islamic societies breed an inbred population. Next slide, please. Muslim inbreeding has been occurring at a high rate for about 1,400 years since the early Islamic period, encompassing most of the land still occupied by Islam today. It spread from the 8th to the 15th century, moved into Persia, North Africa, South Asia, where it remains and has created some of the dumbest fucking human beings on planet Earth. The most common type of inbreeding is first cousin marriage. The rates of first cousin marriage in comparison to Christian nations is staggeringly high, even in comparison to regions occupied by Arab Christians. When a nation has both Christians and Muslims, Muslims are often double or higher than Christians. Example, India, Lebanon. Next slide, please. Muslim inbreeding. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. Pakistan at 65%. 65%, meaning more likely than not, you're having sex with your cousin, and if you're not, you're the weird one. Okay? For the low IQ members of MDD, that means these people are more likely than not having sex with their aunts or uncles' children. Whew, Saudi Arabia, 50 to 58%, with an average 76 IQ. Who would have thought it? UAE, 54%, 82 IQ. The crown jewel of the Arab world, you are more likely than not to be banging your first cousin. Iran, 40%, 80 IQ. Yemen, 45%, 62.9 IQ. Qatar, 30%, 80.8 IQ. Now, we're going to continue, right? Oman, 36%, 78. Syria.
So what Andrew Wilson?
Muslim.
Okay, I just skipped that part. But what Andrew Wilson currently is doing, his argument was brilliant. Basically, he went right to the meat of his argument. Basically, if we're speaking about which societies do better, and the Islam argument, the Islam guy, I don't even know his name, but the guy that's back in Islam, I think his name is Daniel. So Daniel, his argument is, well, Christians breeds more degeneracy. Islamic cultures don't. But Islam does have a problem when it comes to inbreeding, and it reduces the IQ of the population. He went down multiple lists in multiple countries where he brung up that their IQ is below average. Like we see it here, like we're looking at 62.9 average IQ. That's crazy. 80.8 average IQ, 76.4 average IQ. That is crazy. And when you have a society like this where their IQ is so low, the jobs that they can do is going to basically just be entry-level positions, right? It's not an IQ where you can create new technology and build new infrastructure like what we see in modern day times. They really can't do it. They can only basically, since the world is pretty globalized, they rely on Western countries to build these things for them, and then they go ahead and, purchase it that way. Or they rely on Western countries for technology, but also security as well. So that was the argument. And it was a pretty good argument. But now we're going to go ahead and get into the meat of the conversation. So that's the vast difference. They're both speaking about degeneracy. Andrew's saying that, well, there's a lot of inbreeding in your religion. Basically, you can sleep with your cousin. And if you sleep with one cousin, the rate isn't as high that the baby is going to come out with a defect. But if that cousin then sleeps with their cousin, and then that cousin sleeps with their cousin, and it continues to happen, then that's when you get like these weird deformities within your society. And there are people that's called like the rat people, where they're basically, basically slow. They're retarded, right? So good argument that Andrew had. But both the arguments is about degeneracy. But now what argument is going to be more compelling? So now we're going to see this back and forth. I'm going to skip forward a little bit. And it's basically right after the opening, they get right into it. So stop it right there.
The benevolence of Christians to not wipe them off.
Okay. Let's actually listen to his ending, because the ending was good. Start it right here. 85 to 100 would be skilled. 130 plus innovation, leadership. So look, he's going through all the scales. So with a 70 to 85% IQ, basic jobs, practical skills, routine labor, right? An 85 to 100 IQ, which a lot of them really don't have, you're only doing skilled labor, administrative work. Once you get into 100 to 115, then you can do professional and middle management. So his argument is that, listen, these countries, these Islamic countries, since they have a problem with inbreeding, their IQ is so low, they can't even get up to professional middle management. They're below that. They haven't even reached the level of half of their population, or a good percentage of their population, being engineers, scientists, doctors, and stuff like that. And then once it's 130 plus IQ, that's when you're inventing things, leadership, high level things, right? So far, the argument that he's putting forth is very compelling.
Level problem solving. Every single generation. Moving over, I just want to point this out on the last slide. Islam took an ethnic people that were at the heart of being the top of civilization. And through generations of Islam and inbreeding has turned them into the lowest IQ, some of the stupidest people on planet Earth. Literally. You think I'm being mean. I'm not. They're literally some of the stupidest people on planet Earth. Everywhere Islam goes, inbreeding increases and societies become worse. Where Christianity goes, inbreeding decreases, so societies do better in almost every material way. Let's just point out here, as I wrap this up. 1 second. So it's clear here that my argument summarized, though this isn't its entirety, is that Islam creates huge societies with large swaths of people with IQs so collectively low, they would be considered developmentally challenged, borderline retarded here in the West. Not kidding. Due to this side effect, force doctrine becomes the order of the day. Because the technological difference in capabilities of each people group is so vastly different, think Apollo mission compared to Starship Enterprise, Islam must literally bank on the benevolence of Christians to not wipe them off the face of planet Earth. They are basically, the feminists of the East, totally reliant on the goodwill and benevolence of global Christianity, not to just not exterminate them. Okay? And take their resources, always appealing to the mightier force for their existence and the benevolence of that very people group who Daniel today is arguing doesn't make better societies, which is a laughable proposition. Even absent the degeneracy of a people group must be able to competently defend itself or bank on the benevolence of the people group, which can. And almost everybody is going to prefer the society that can. Imagine the irony here of arguing against the very Christians you find inadequate morally, yet bank on their moral benevolence to not wipe your low IQ fucking asses off the face of planet Earth.
Bro was coming with that smoke. Homie was coming with all the smoke. It's so funny. All right, we got some people in the chat real quick. Let's see here. We got RM sends in $5. Says, Cooley, there's a debate in the chat. Have them join up. Yeah, man. If anyone wants to join, just click the first link in the YouTube description or click the link that's pinned in the YouTube in the comments, and I can bring you on up. I'm not sure what debate is going on in the chat, but if you guys want to fill me in, let me know. We got RM again. He says, sends in $5. I got my money on my guy Dane. Okay, so I guess there is a debate going on in the chat. All right. Looks like someone is debating Dane in the chat. Yeah, not sure what's going on, but if you guys want to come on up, let me know the topic. I see even backstage, bro. Chat, yo, y'all be wild in chat. How backstage with Kid and Yo Boy Lame going at it? Y'all crazy, man. All right, let's continue on with this. All right, so that was the end of that of his argument. Now it's about to get into like open discussions, but they're going to have time to reply back to one another, and we're only going to spend about 15 more minutes on this because it was a good debate, maybe even less than 15 minutes, but it's over basically once you're about to hear how it's over.
Thank you very much for that opening as well. I wanted to take a moment to say thank you to our friends, Lind and Silent, and also please, the floor is all.
You argued like a libtard. How? You're saying that success is on the basis of IQ. Well, how are you going to argue tomorrow when you debate with an atheist that Christian IQ is higher than secular atheist IQ? In fact, the atheist IQ is much higher than Christian IQ. So your entire standard for judging Islam applies just as much to Christianity. And tomorrow when you're debating the atheist, you'll have to concede that your Christian religion religion is associated or correlated with lower IQ. Therefore, atheism or secularism is better for society because it raises IQ.
So his claim that everything he just said is he made an assertion, right? He's asserting that Christians have low IQ. He didn't give any proof. Like what Andrew did, Andrew gave proof that, well, due to your book and your religion, you allow cousins to bang one another, right? You allow cousins to have sex. So you allow this inbreeding. And since you allow inbreeding, it actually hurts your society more is because it produces lower IQ people. Christian societies do not produce lower IQ people, right? So that's the thing. Like there's a standard IQ, like an average IQ in order to, just be, middle entry, right? Just be entry level or to do like, middle class work. You need to have an IQ of, I think it was 100 to 115. But most of their societies is around 70 to 85, right? So he doesn't really understand his argument yet, but let's continue on.
So that's one point. Point number 2, where in the Bible does it restrict cousin marriage? This, as you acknowledged, is a later papal decree. It was not a part of Jesus' teachings. Jesus didn't come out and say, hey, if you want to have a successful society...
Those of you in the audience, I do want to ask you to keep it down so we can hear the speaker.
Jesus didn't say, oh, hey.
I ain't gonna hold you. When I was there, I couldn't really hear the audience watching this live, but when I was there, the audience was wilding. It was mad loud.
If you want success and you want to have a prosperous society, you shouldn't marry your cousin. Jesus never had this apparently essential Christian teaching that is the key to success on earth. That's your whole argument against Islam, and it's found nowhere in Jesus' teachings. It's found nowhere in the early church fathers' teachings. This is something that came later. And also, when it was decreed that cousin marriage is considered to be incest, it wasn't on the basis of IQ. This is something that you have adopted from who? From atheists, from secularists, from those who are doing secular science to discover these medical problems or IQ levels. So your entire standard for judging Islam is not a Christian standard. It's not a biblical standard. It's not an Orthodox church standard. This is coming only from atheists, from atheistic science. Second of all, if IQ is such end-all be-all, Christian societies, if you bring up a country list of countries by IQ, many Christian countries are on the bottom there. I don't know if you consider them to be true Christians because they're not white, but they're also at 80 IQ, 70 IQ. Look at sub-Saharan Africa, look at Latin America, look at the Philippines. It's also comparable with Muslim countries. Do you consider them to be Christians or not? Also, go back to the Middle Ages. IQ was much lower in the Middle Ages in Christian societies. Why that has changed is because of the Flynn effect. IQ has increased globally over the world, across the world, because of the Flynn effect. So if you have a problem, again, with lower IQ, look at medieval or Middle Age Christian societies. And also, here's another big problem. IQ is also linked with race. So if you want to prioritize high IQ, you should discourage interbreeding between races. Why should higher average IQ from Asians or whites or Jews or whatever race that has a higher average IQ, Christianity encourages or allows interbreeding between the races? That will result in a lower IQ. So you should be against that because that's going to, over time, lower the average IQ of society. So
here's the thing. Here's why he failed already. And when Andrew speaks, you're going to see. So he's on the defense, right? He's not on the offense. So once again, his argument is, well, Christianity breeds more degeneracy. They don't have control over the women. They don't have control over the music. They don't have control over anything. But in Islamic countries, we pretty much control the women, control everything. So it's very strict. You don't see only girls on OnlyFans. You don't see any girls on stripper poles. You don't see people selling drugs and doing all of these bad things. You don't see the society decay like Christian countries. What he's, instead of sticking and playing offense and putting forth his argument again, what he's doing is defending his position and combating Andrew's argument by saying, well, he's on the defense. Well, no, Islamic countries aren't, low IQ. And if there are low IQ, then what about your countries? It's like, what aboutism, right? So he doesn't really know how to debate. His debate tactic is all off. He's on the defense. If you're doing a debate, you need to stay on the offense. You're going to hear Andrew's response. He's on the offense because actually all of the things he said, it didn't refute Andrew Wilson's claims at all. And we're going to hear it.
It should be something that you need to oppose to be consistent. Interracial marriage or interracial breeding should be contrary to your point or contrary to your position. Also, yeah, I mean, I'm just shocked that your entire...
Yeah, look, you see... You see how he can't do anything? Now, the reason why he really can't say anything here, he's like shocked. And he's like flabbergasted. He has a loss of words because he wasn't prepared for Andrew Wilson's argument. He wasn't prepared for the inbreeding argument and how inbreeding lowers IQ and how if your IQ is lower, then you can't build infrastructure and maintain anything. You can't come up with new inventions. You can't even protect yourself. You pretty much have to rely on Christian countries to protect you or to at least be benevolent and to let you live, right? So basically, you have to appeal to Christianity's benevolence in order for your survival. And he wasn't prepared for that type of argument. But on the flip side, Andrew Wilson was totally prepared for his argument. So that's the difference in this debate.
About why Christianity is better than Islam is a cousin marriage argument. That's like shocking.
And the crazy thing is, even if you're Muslim right now and you don't agree to this at all, like you just, agree with Daniel's perspective instead of, Andrew's, Andrew still has a better argument, a more compelling argument, and his debate tactics is superior than Daniel's.
Because it just works so far against you. So if IQ is the end all be all of what makes a society good, then Christianity loses to atheism and secularism. Like, case closed.
So look, once again, he's comparing, atheism and to secularism, but make an assertion because, the atheist countries have higher IQ. Well, what are you talking about? Prove it. Like, he's just making these assertions, but there's no proof, no statistics, no proof at all. He's just making these assertions, but not demonstrating how that's the case. But even if it is the case, Christianity is still better than Islamic countries. The debate is about Christianity versus Islam, not Christianity versus atheism and secular countries. That's not the debate. So either way, he's still not refuting his point. He's moving the goalpost and making an additional point that is irrelevant in this discussion.
So and many Christian societies are low IQ as in the same way as certain Muslim countries. The thing about the difference between me and you is my values are based on marriage, family, traditional values of that nature, not atheistic values of IQ and intelligence.
We're going to jump into Andrew's rebuttal as well.
So his last ending statement was basically trying to virtue signal. He's saying that, my societies and my culture isn't based off of how smart you are. It's based off of basically how much you love God. Well, the debate isn't about how much you love God. The debate is about which society is better, Islam or Christian societies. And it doesn't matter how much their religion is a faith. It's not work and faiths. Correct me if I'm wrong. I really don't know the Muslim religion like that. But is it work and faith? But it seems like he's making the argument faith without works. Well, you can have all of this faith and believe in God and worship God, but if you have no work, right? If you're not putting any work to do better, right? Then what's the point if you're going to die off? If you're not putting in any work to protect your loved ones, well, what's the point, right? And the compared to the Christian Islam compared to the Christian countries, they just can't defend themselves like Christian countries can. Let's continue on.
The timer is set for you. 5 minutes, Andrew.
Libtard value. Don't fuck your first cousin. Libtard. Let me just point out that Daniel Kikikachu didn't actually rebut any of my arguments. Not a single one.
Facts.
My argument was simple, and I'll repeat it here again. The argument is that your society has to rely on the benevolence of mind to exist because of your general IQ. You see, remember how I told you the 70 to 85 is basic jobs, practical skills, routine labor? That's most Muslim societies, sir. Doesn't matter if you point out two exceptions to the rule. Even in those societies in which Christians have a lower IQ, guess what you find? Their interbreeding rates are going down, and when you compare them to the same Arab population where they're inbreeding, that section of the population, the IQ is always lower. So what's my argument here? My argument is that Christian societies are better because they lower inbreeding, which collectively takes your IQ so far down the rabbit trail that you end up having to beg the higher IQ individuals for protection from them. You have to bank on their benevolence. Imagine this guy is banking on the benevolence of Christians who have a high enough IQ to basically eradicate all of the Middle East. There's nothing they can do about it. And they're banking on that benevolence while telling you all that you're immoral. You're immoral. This is not an atheist argument.
Who cooked them right there? That's fried chicken. That's a cook session right there. I don't know if you caught that, but that was a roast session. Essentially saying that, well, how can you claim to be moral, but like more moral than Christians are, but you have to bank on Christians to protect you. So therefore, if we're the class that's protecting you, I would say that the Christians are the morally superior class if we're protecting the class that can't protect themselves. Get what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, man, that was flames right there.
Far and away. Well, the argument here is based,
and the crazy thing is he's not going to rebut any of these points
around what it is that we're discussing. And what are we discussing? Which makes for better societies, right? Christianity or Islam? How can you claim you have better societies, sir, when half of your societies are so inbred, their IQs are like borderline retarded? How? How could this possibly be of benefit? And you know what they do when they go to other countries? They keep doing it. They keep doing it. Now he says, well, if you value IQ more than all other values, who said anything about that? The debate is not about that. It's about which makes for better societies. Now, which society would you rather live in? Would you rather live in a society of donkey pull cart? Right? Donkey pull cart? Because we're not.
Hey, yo. So, and here's the thing. This is why I went to DebateCon too, because DebateCon is an audience. It was 200 people in the audience, or maybe even more. It's about 200. I think I counted. It was about 200 people, maybe a little bit more people than that. But the reason why I go to DebateCon, I went to the one in Newark and I went to the one in Nashville, is because I go there to learn different debate skills. Because when you have an audience in front of you, chat, you guys don't hear. But when Andrew Wilson made the donkey comment, everybody in the audience is laughing. And you have to be prepared for that. If one of your opponents makes a joke and they're engaging with the audience in a way where the audience is on their side, then you have to be prepared mentally to combat that when it's your time to speak and not get your emotions in a way, or not get like overwhelmed from that type of experience. You know what I'm saying? So it's good. If anyone in the chat is a debater, I recommend that all of you, if you want to take it up to the next level, you do want to actually watch live debates and actually have live debates in person. I only had 2 live debates in person, only 2 of them. And both of them I did good at. But I haven't did anything this formal live in person. So, hey, you guys will be catching me on DebateCon soon in the future, doing some live debates. They definitely was speaking to me there, and definitely was interested in having me. So hopefully you guys see me soon doing some in-person debates.
Smart enough to make car. We're not smart enough to even have infrastructure because we're at 70 IQ, 80 IQ, borderline retarded individuals. That's a society. Who's moving there? Who's moving? Nobody. They're all moving here. Why? Because they want the societies that Christians have. By the way, let me point a couple other things out. No, Christians are not stupid. Yes, their IQs are much higher, much, much higher. Even in non-white areas, they're much higher, sir, because they don't inbreed. And it's very frowned upon. Go figure. And interestingly enough, let me just point this out, that Christians have a much smarter enemy. Much smarter enemy. You're right, they do have a high IQ. You need high IQ people to combat that with these values. Islam can make no inroads. They don't have the technology. They can't mount an invasion. They can't even make a fucking power plant, right? How are they going to do that? Daniel, what's your big plan? His big plan is to bank on the fact that there's enough suicidal empathy in the West to keep on importing Muslims. That's about it. That's it. That could be his only plan. These people can't make armies. That requires massive organization and mobilization. You think that these people could ever attack the West? That's a laughable prospect. He started with Zionism. He has 10 million Jews in his backyard. They can't do shit about it. Nothing. 1 billion versus 10 million. They can't do anything. They launched their entire missile payload. It does nothing because of the IQ difference in these regions. The IQ difference is so wide that if they even tried to collectivize, it would still be done, and they know it. And they can't collectivize anyway because it requires a high enough IQ to follow orders. Okay? So that's my argument. My argument.
Yo, somebody in the chat said this dude trying to start a war. No, man, he's not trying to start a war. What you are hearing is he's fully obliterating the Daniel's position. He's fully obliterating Daniel's argument, right? He just has a better and more compelling argument, and it's rooted into facts. He brought up all the statistics, he showed the data, and he's demolishing him. His argument is just more convincing. That's what you're hearing. It's no starting a war. And the reason why you think that, he's trying to start a war over here is because you feel hurt for homie Daniel. That's what it is. You feel like, oh, dang, Daniel getting cooked out here. Somebody save him. That's what you're feeling right now. Let's continue on.
Basically, it's very simple. You have to have a high enough IQ to have a society to begin with. Christians make it by lowering everywhere they go. You fucking your family members. My God. Back to you, Daniel.
Yeah, that's a complete obliteration right there. Complete obliteration. The debate was over then. That's me in the audience right there in a shirt. Probably can't even see me, but on the right, with the little peach shirt on right there, you see like the quick side of my head. But yeah, everybody in the audience was like, yeah, it's over. It's nothing he can say. He tried hard. Daniel tried hard to refute his points, but he had no data backing him. He made a lot of assertions, and basically he admitted. He just said, well, yeah, we allow. Actually, let me go to the clip. I'll play it for you guys. Let me go to it because the audience asked a question, and this was crazy. This is a question that the audience asked. Oh, this question is crazy. Look at this.
Tradition in the West where the man typically goes to the father and asks for the daughter's hand.
Let's bring it back.
Your response as well, Daniel. Andrew, I'm sure you're familiar, but we have this tradition in the West where the man typically goes to the father and asks for the daughter's hand in marriage. If your nephew came up to you asking this, would you permit it?
No.
Daniel?
Sorry, I didn't understand. Your nephew, can you repeat that?
So we have this tradition in the West where the man who wants to marry a lady goes to the father asking for the daughter's hand in marriage. So if your nephew came to you with this request, would you permit it?
Yeah, I'd consider it, yeah. I'd consider it depending on qualities I'd have, yeah.
Yo, you see, so basically he admitted, right? He already conceded that, well, in their religion, they're okay with inbreeding. They're okay if his nephew, meaning that his brother's son, right, wanted to date his daughter in marriage, he would say yes to it. So they are fully on board with the inbreeding. And the results of inbreeding for over, time, well, it lowers the IQ in the society where it's so low that you can't even do basic jobs. And that was Andrew Wilson's entire argument, which is why he fully obliterated him. But okay, we'll go ahead and stop the debate there. That was a complete obliteration. Shout outs to Andrew Wilson on that. Okay, chat, let's see what y'all talking about in here, man. Let's close this. Let's see. Oh, y'all still having some debates amongst one another in the chat? Let me see. All right, we got RM sends in $10. Says, Cooley, the debate in your chat is more fire than the one you're reviewing. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, man. Yeah, the chat. Y'all be going in, bro. Y'all be going in the chat. That's what y'all do best, man. Let me see. We got some people backstage real quick. Welcome to No Fugazi Podcast. State your name and what do you want to debate about? Yo. Okay. Looks like he wasn't with any of the smoke. All right. Fair enough. Is there anyone in the chat? I see the mods backstage. Shout outs to Joe Boy Lame, Dane Snyder, and With Kid Dreams. I see the mods in the back. But is there anyone that wanted to debate in the chat? Because I'm about to wrap up. Been streaming for 3 hours, man. If you do want to debate myself or anyone in the chat, then you got to come backstage. But right now, I only see the mods. So click the first link in the YouTube description or click the link that's pinned in the YouTube comments, and I will welcome you on up. Let's see. All right, no one back there yet. But while you guys are in here, get the likes up. Don't be a Ninja Watcher. Okay. All right. Looks like this guy came back up. Let's see. Welcome to No Fugazi Podcast. State your name and what do you want to debate about? Yo, you got to take yourself off mute. Yeah, take yourself off mute. Still on mute. No audio, man. All right, putting you backstage. Get that figured out, and maybe I'll bring you on up if we're not in the stream yet. But okay, chat. So what I got in store for y'all. So today is Wednesday, November 19th. The next open panel debate night will be this Sunday. It's going to be the next one. I may do a stream on Friday. I know I was invited to do a stream on Fatty's panel. So I will be going on there for maybe about an hour. I may multi-stream it. I'll see. But yeah, today is Wednesday. Let's see here. I see you in the chat, man. Okay, let's bring this guy back up. Looks like he came back in. Hopefully he got his camera ready. Or I'm sorry, his audio right. Welcome to No Fugazi Podcast. State your name and what do you want to debate about? It's your last chance. I'm not giving you another one. 3 strikes you out. All right, he's done. He's out of here. All right, chat. So next stream is going to be this Sunday, but I do got a lot of clips that's going to be coming out from the stream that I did with Jake from Rattlesnake TV out in Nashville. We had about 9 girls on a podcast. It was a dope conversation. So if you're done watching this, go ahead and watch the clips that I just posted. And yeah, so next stream is going to be this Sunday. And then next week I'm just trying to lock down 2 one-on-one debates versus some of these feminists. So I'm just working on that. And once I have it locked down, I will announce the debates that I will be having next week. But other than that, the week after that, so we're not doing another full panel girl show until December 6th. So that's going to be the next full panel dating and relationship show with the girls. Other than that, we're doing open debates, we're doing more reactions, and we're doing 1v1 debate. So me versus an atheist, a feminist, or someone that's just like a blue pill beta, right? So that's what you can expect within the next few days to come. Other than that, this podcast is No Fugazi, man. I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in. And have a blessed one. I'll catch y'all on the next one. And y'all see the suit too, man. Listen, new studio, new podcast by the spirit, not by the letter. Bro, we can go verse for verse all day long. Doing new things. Men are okay with understanding the reality that we are in competition with one another. But you ladies think that you're special. You are in comfort. Men are men of their word. So here's my word. I'll fly you out here and we can do it in person. And after that, we could box. I'm about my business. So remember I said, when I ask you these questions, I will dismantle your entire argument. That's the end of the debate, my dog.
I'm 39, but I don't look your typical 39.
Belly.
Yeah.
You look 39. It's okay though. That man isn't intimidated by a woman like you. He's annoyed by a woman like you. Because a man doesn't want to date another man. He wants to date a woman.